The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
For the Cardinals, Connor Klatrick on 3rd down and 2 from the 7. Design QB keeper, Klatrick into the end zone. Touchdown, Fond du Lac.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Defensive pressure here. He brings a man in motion. As a QB keeper, he gets by 2 defenders. He's to the midfield, and he is off to the races. 20, 10, touchdown Ledgers. Wow, can Bauer go?
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
Scored midway through the second quarter. Schroffenhauser gets the handoff, 25-20 to the 15, weaving to the 10-5, touchdown.
Wow. Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
8-yard line, angling to the 10 to the 20-yard line, 30-yard line, up to 40, up to midfield, down to the 40, 30, 20, Mullins, 10, 5, touchdown!
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese,
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage,
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Radom & Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction,
Real Estate Agent Brock Fleischer, Back in Action,
Camera Casino.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Playoff football in Fond du Lac tonight. It is Division 5, Level 1 of the WLA playoffs at Fruth Memorial Field as the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings take on the Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs Ledgers. WLA 4-5 overall, 3-4 in Flyway Conference play. That was good for a 5th place finish. The Ledgers come in 8-1 overall. They were a tri-champ in the Flyway, sharing it with Mayville and Lamira with a 6-1 mark. No, this is not Groundhog Day. But yes, these two teams met on this field exactly a week ago. Springs won that one 37-7. Thank you, Bill Murray. Welcome to the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We'll step aside and get you going here on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show from Fruth. The Vikings and the Ledgers. A Fond du Lac battle again as it was a week ago here at Fruth. Back with more on the pregame after this on Radio Plus Sports.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Fruth Memorial Field is the host for this Level 1 Division 5 WIAA playoff football game tonight on Radio Plus Sports. It is the Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs Ledgers and the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings. Scott and I, Brad Lenz, Kerry Longree and the crew with you tonight. And Brad, these two teams, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, did meet a week ago on this field. It was a 37-7 Springs win. These two not only were Week 9 opponents, meeting to open the playoffs, but this most certainly is a unique situation from a game planning standpoint, that being said.
Well, we've seen this before. We just were here last Friday. It was much closer than the final score. The final score was 37-7. The Ledgers won the game last Friday. However, WLA threatened quite a few times. They didn't quite get it in the end zone as much as they would like, but the game was much closer than what the final score is indicative of the final game. I'm looking for a much closer game here tonight. Both sides are very injured. Both sides have some key players that are not going to play tonight. That means some second-string players are going to have to step up, and they could be the stars of the show tonight.
And we'll talk about those as we work our way to the top of the hour and kickoff. Time now for the Lens Truck Center Play of the Week. Let's check in with Nick Rush.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are two reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect, It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Each and every week, Len's Truck Center of Fond du Lac sponsors a Play of the Week. Here's our Springs Play of the Week from this past Friday.
To move him, and they're going to give it off to him. He's going to run over to the far side, put a stiff arm on. He's going to get a good run, and this one's over to the far side. Moore will score, and there will be the first opening touchdown for St. Mary's Springs. Noah Mall.
Noah Mall's going to get all the glory, but I'm going to give some credit to number 81, Garver Beagle. Great block by the far side wide receiver, number 81, the junior Garver Beagle. Great block on the defensive player, Sprung Mall for a touchdown.
That's a look at our Springs Play of the Week.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lynn till you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Lynn's Truck, Lynn's Truck. We got the trucks at Lynn's Truck.
We got the trucks.
That was your Play of the Week, brought to you by Len's Truck Center. Each week, Radio Plus features a Play of the Week. Be sure to vote for your favorite soon. Go to RadioPlusInfo.com. The Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on here from Fruth. What's going to make the coaches smile tonight? We'll find out when we come back. Springs coach Bob Hyland and Vikings coach Kevin Lair are brought to you by the Fondy Family Dental Clinic. Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and, yes, even during your appointment. That and more next on Radio Plus Sports. We are back, and joining us now is Springs head coach Bob Hyland. And Coach, let's start by talking about the wrap-up to the regular season. You take care of Winnebago Lutheran Academy, and talk a little bit about how you felt the game went after evaluating it.
Offensively, we did what we wanted to do, and we had some big plays and just control the line of scrimmage is what we really wanted to do, and we did it. Game went very well for us. Pleased with it. More happy at the end of the game. Found out that Mayville had knocked off Lamira. That made it better that way. So ended up being a great day altogether.
Regular season in the books, as you just mentioned. You get a share of another conference title. Considering the lineup changes and the injuries and such, how do you feel or say the season as a regular season went compared to that thinking from the beginning of the year?
I think, the Campbellsport game was our best game of the year, really. We played, everything went well there, and that was the start of the injuries, and so it just went downhill from there. We've had a lot of kids out, but when somebody's out, somebody has to step up, and our kids have been doing that. We've had kids that weren't starters middle of the season or ever, are playing well and doing their job right now. That's all you can ask of the kids is to perform to the best of their ability, do their job, and I'm very happy that they're doing that right now.
Unique situation where you finish your regular season with Winnebago Lutheran and then you see them right back around in the playoffs. Any feelings one way or another as far as how that might, if at all, change preparation or otherwise?
It's very easy for preparation because you don't have to change anything. I don't know what they're going to be able to change, and us the same thing. I don't like the setup. We're in the same boat, and I think Kimberly and Nina are in the same boat that they ended the season and have to play again. And there might be others, but I think the WIA could do something a little different, a little better that way, but they won't. They've got their computer set up, and that's it. I don't like the situation, playing teams back to back, but that's the way it is.
Finally, on that note, Coach, anything, or if you can identify the one or two specific things that is going to allow you to come out on the same end of the stick this week in level 1 as you did in week 9 to wrap up the season?
Well, I think we have to just be consistent. Some of the line play was not the best against WLA last Friday, but we have to be consistent. We just have to make our plays, and defensively we have to control their or be more aware of their little counters that hurt us early in the game. Did a better job in the second half. Again, it's very difficult playing a team 2 weeks in a row.
That was Springs head coach Bob Hyland. More after this.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Elistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademans, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
We are back, and with us now is Vikings head coach Kevin Lair. And Coach, let's start by talking about the Week 9 game, a familiar opponent going into the playoffs, but we'll get to that in a second. You fall short against St. Mary Springs. Talk about what the tape told you after review.
I thought we actually played with them pretty decent. Definitely had some mistakes, some snaps over the quarterback's head, fumbles. They're a tough team to beat, and Friday night, I think the end of the score was 37-7, but I don't necessarily think that dictates how the game went along. We were able to move the ball decently, didn't get as many stops as we needed on defense.
Talk a little about the season as a whole and how that compares to where you thought the team and the program this year could get to as far as performance on the field.
We knew it was going to be quote-unquote somewhat of a rebuilding year this year. We lost 16 seniors, 14 that played last year, 2 were out for the year, and we brought back, I think we have 5 seniors on the team right now. So we knew we were going to be very young. Couple non-conference games, one against Montgomery and Lutheran, they're a good team, made a playoffs, and we lost 21-6, and then we went up to Chilton and took it to them pretty good, but getting into flyweight, it's a little different story, and we faced a gauntlet the first 3 weeks, and the second half of the Lemire game, I thought we were starting to find our own. We played better against Campbellsport, and then we took care of businesses against the teams in the middle of the pack. And so, we're growing and learning, and we've been getting better each week. We did stumble last week for sure, but I'm excited. I like where we're sitting right now.
How do you feel then as far as where you ended up fitting in when you not only looked at yourself, but then looked at how the rest of the conference might pan out compared to reality now?
We knew we'd be fighting to get to the top third. We didn't quite make it the top 3, but I think going into the season, we finished probably right around where I think we could have won another game or 2. But I'm not totally surprised where we finished.
Talk a little about the kids that you've got this year. Like you said, you've got far fewer seniors this year, so leadership may look a little different than when you've got, like you said, 14, 16 seniors and many whom played. Where did you see some of the most significant growth as far as positions and players went this season?
We got a couple guys that played for a few years for us, and Miles McCauley, Moses Metzger, and some other seniors. And we had a lot of juniors and sophomores step up. I mean, Gannon Schwartz at quarterback for us. I think, as most people know now, he'd never played a position before until this year ever. He's had a lot of learning to do over the summer and in the season, and he's really grown into it, and we see improvement from him each week. And other guys stepped up. Adrian Brenner, Cole Keifenheim, Spencer Laird, I name a ton. Orville Bloom is a sophomore tackle for us. He's got tremendous potential with him and plays with heart. And a lot of guys stepping up this year. A lot of young guys that are gaining great experience going forward.
Talk about the unique setup here. You get to the playoffs, but you see the exact same opponent from week 9 as far as anything that changes, easier, more difficult, thoughts on that turnaround?
It's too bad that, a second year old, we played a conference opponent for week in the playoffs. This year we played St. Mary Springs week 9. It's too bad that happens, but I understand. And preparation I suppose it does make it a little easier. Not much is going to change for either team. We'll watch film, make some adjustments. We'll both be ready to hit Fruth Field on Friday night.
What's one or two things that are going to happen in your mind as you prepare that will put you in position to turn the result this week compared to week 9?
We have to score when we get in the red zone. When we get inside the 30 and in, we need to be able to score. We struggled with that last week. We had a good opportunity in the first half to do the back-to-back score, make it 20-7, and come on to take the second half kickoff and score and make it a ball game. And we weren't able to do that. We didn't score when we got inside the red zone, and that's kind of a factor or a focus point of ours this week as we prepare for the game. We've got to be able to score in the red zone.
That was Vikings head coach Kevin Lair. More after.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
The Taco Bell Cantina Chicken Menu. Let's get into it. When we hit on the flavor for this slow-roasted chicken, we were like, that's it, let's go. The burrito. See that purple cabbage? And here comes the pico. The quesadilla is like chicken, cheese, cheese, cheese. And the crispy taco? It's all about the avocado verde salsa. We love this menu so much, we made it permanent. The new Cantina Chicken Menu. Not just for late night, and not for a limited time. Only at Taco Bell.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint, along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
We need play at all ages and stages of life. to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Back in Fond du Lac at Fruth Memorial, it is a Level 1 Division 5 playoff football game tonight. Winnebago Lutheran Academy coming in 4-5 overall, 3-4 finish in the flyaway, taking on conference rival and Week 9 opponent, the Ledgers of Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs, coming in 8-1, tri-conference champs with a 6-1 flyaway mark. Time for our keys to the game, built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. Turn vision into reality. Brad, what do you expect to see from who ends up coming out on top on the scoreboard tonight?
In order for WLA to flip the script from last week, WLA has to get a little lucky, so to speak, Scott. They need Gannon Schwartz to be even more electric than he was last week, and that means he's probably got to score on a punt return or kickoff return to keep WLA in it, because last week it was 37-7. Something's got to happen drastically different for WLA to make up those 30 points.
On the other side of the coin for Springs, if they come out on top.
Well, if St. Mary Springs does what they did last week, they have nothing to worry about. However, St. Mary Springs is extremely injured and hurt this week. They have so many guys in silence. It looks like the ER on 4th of July. They have 10 guys on the side. So that is going to be maybe the great equalizer. Other players that maybe we haven't called their name as much this whole season are going to have to step up tonight.
Keys to the game brought to you by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. Time now for the injury report. It's brought to you by Bauer Chiropractic. Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer, that is, at Bauer Chiropractic. For St. Mary Springs, Ben Anderson was a question mark going into the week. He is in, wearing a different jersey, but he is in there tonight. Noah Mall is out. Jack Holzman, Ben Baker still out after Week 7 injuries and the loss to Lamira. On the WLA side, senior Marcus Christensen is out. It looks as though junior Sam Polish and Braxton Reibel are in. They were questionable coming in. And also Cole Keifenheim, the team's leading rusher, with yards coming into play tonight over 550. He is not playing tonight. Against tonight's injury report brought to you by Bauer Chiropractic. Getting closer to kickoff as the Ledgers and Vikings get set to renew acquaintance. It only happened a week ago on the same field. This time the loser finishes their season. The winner gets a date in Level 2. Back with more, heading to the top of the hour at Fruth after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pino. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino, build better for future generations.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondi Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at FondiFamilyDental.com.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank. Banking made personal.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Nearing the top of the hour, which means near kickoff time. Division 5 Level 1 playoff football here on Radio Plus Sports. Scott and Brad with you. The Ledgers of St. Mary Springs, the tri-champs of the Flyway Conference, take on conference opponent and Week 9 opponent, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, coming in 4-5 overall, 3-4 in conference play. Time for tonight's starters, brought to you by Sargento Cheese. Start your new career if you're looking for one at careers.sargento.com. WLA won the toss. They will receive to start play tonight. So we'll look at the offense for the Vikings. They'll trot on the field to start things off. The line right now, left to right. Orville Bloom, a sophomore. Mason Faust, a junior. Clayton Ebert, a senior. Josh Eckert, a sophomore. And Braxton Reibel, again, we mentioned him as being questionable. It looks as though he is in, and he will play right tackle. The receivers, Miles McCauley, a senior. Team's leading pass catcher, near 300 yards on 23 catches, a couple of touchdowns. Frankie Wiedemeyer, a junior. He can touch it both through the air and on the ground. The quarterback, Gannon Schwartz, first-year quarterback, moved to that position over the summer. It's been a learning experience all season for him. He has grown every week. He is a junior. He is joined in the backfield by Adrian Brenner, a junior. And we mentioned Cole Keifenheim is out. We'll likely see a mix of sophomores Evan Cole and Parker Millenbach. Defensively for the Ledgers, the defensive line, Caden Pitts, Cannon Cluck, Billy Everson, and Beckett Longley. The linebackers, Jackson Sobel taking Noah Mall's place. Tate Schufs, the team's leading tackler, about 10 per game. He's got 3 sacks, a couple of picks on the season. Also in that linebacking core, Braden Freund. The back end, the secondary, Joey Kuhn and Corbin Ruel. The corners, the safeties, Cale Krusik and Brody Highland. We'll step aside and come back as we get near kickoff. The Ledgers and the Vikings, crosstown rivals, here to open up Division 5 playoff football on Radio Plus Sports.
One of my favorite things about working at Hoppers is meeting all the new people, seeing all the new faces come in. We come out with a new product or a new way to do something and they come in. I find a lot of joy in just seeing them smile.
I think that all of our customers come in with a vision and they have an idea in their head of like what they want their apparel to look like. Our goal is to exceed the customer's expectations by providing them with high quality apparel and help bring their ideas to life.
Dreyer Collision Concepts. They're the kings of collision on North Main Street. Now, did you know they offer free estimates? That's right. Vehicle registration, auto collision repair, custom paintwork, and mobile estimating. They'll come to you. So get rid of the grime with Grime Gorilla Car Wash. They're Fond du Lac's newest touch-free car wash on North Main Street next to Dreyer Collision Concepts. They've got monthly, single, and multi-vehicle options. So just download their free app to get the latest updates and information. Grime Gorilla Car Wash.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Elistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at IntegritySaw.com. That's IntegritySaw.com.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for the future. Good luck, athletes, on your quest to a state title.
Number 68.
Just about kickoff time at Fruth Memorial. Scott and Brad and the crew with you tonight on Radio Plus Sports. Level 1 Division 5 playoff football between the Vikings of Winnebago Lutheran Academy and the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs. Ledgers come in tri-champs of the flyway, 8-1 overall record as the 2 seed, 6-1 conference mark. WLA getting in as a 7 seed. They are 4-5 overall, 3-4, a 5th place finish in the flyway. Each of those tri-champs in the flyway received number 2 seeds in their respective divisions, and in part because of how the qualifiers and the teams moving up, with that being Mayville and Springs. Mayville to 4, Ledgers to 5, and Lamira dropping to 6. Each of those teams getting the benefit of a conference title in those seeds. Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff just about here. From doors, gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home project today. Contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. Call them at 920-929-8999 or visit rightwaybuild.com. Well, Brad, the depth, of course, of both teams being tested severely. We've talked about that as far as how the injuries have impacted both sides. Some bigger names, as you said, not going to be seen tonight. And you mentioned Gannon Schwartz, a guy who has had to grow into the quarterback position. He was approached going into summer, hey, we need a quarterback. You're the best option. He's learned it, but at the same time, he has an impact basically in every phase, defense and special teams, as you highlighted earlier.
He will rarely come off the field, Scott. He's one of those electric players that plays, like you said, both ways and is on all the special teams. Now, last week he did tweak looked like his ankle early in the game last week, and a sophomore came on to do the punting for them. The sophomore actually did an excellent job. His name is number 12, Evan Cole, and he will probably be doing the punting tonight. If it goes off last week, I don't know why the coach would take Evan out. Let Schwartz get a little bit of rest there and there.
Well, you heard Coach Lair talk about the fact that, and you highlighted it, that it might have been a 30-point game, but there were some opportunities that WLA left on the field. One of them Coach Lair talked about was the opportunity for kind of a back-to-back where had WLA converted on good field position going into Springs territory late in the first half and then scored early in the second half, then you're talking about a whole different ball game. You're talking about perhaps a 6-point game early or midway through the third quarter. As it was, that did not happen.
If WLA is stock, I'm buying. I'm not selling. I think WLA is on the rise. I'm very nervous if I was St. Mary Springs right now. This is a 8 versus 2 seed. But forget about what happened in the regular season. The records are 0-0. WLA has a chance to win this game. If they get a couple breaks, I definitely think they could win the game. Number 2, Noah Mall, the big player for St. Mary Springs, is not playing tonight. He's an electric player on defense. He's their second leading tackler. He's their leading wide receiver. Without him, this could be a very big equalizer.
Jackson Sobel's going to get some time at tight end on the offensive side for him, and you'll probably see some sort of rotation defensively as well. Schwartz is deep, along with Frankie Wiedemeyer and Parker Mullenbach. WLA in the white, silver, and blue. They will move to the south end zone. And again, I think you can't you can't speak down to this fact that the field, in essence, for the end of October is pristine because every week has been as good as possible weather-wise for playing football in this state.
And there hasn't been as many games in this field because Fond du Lac High School is playing across town at their new school, so that's 6-7 games a year that's not being played here. St. Mary Springs will be very interesting to see. Is St. Mary Springs going to kick to Gannon Schwartz? A lot of times Coach Highland will want to kick to their star player because he wants to get a lick on that star player a little early, get his bell rung, see if that can helps the defense on Gannon Schwartz playing quarterback.
Bentley Coots has him lined. Schwartz is the deep man. The run up, and he will kick it high and short to the far side, and we'll see if it stops in bounds. It does. Schwartz forced to pick it up around the 15-yard line. Minimal gain, and he stopped around the 20-yard line where the Vikings touch it 1st and 10. Time and score courtesy of Quest Interiors.
Talk about great coaching. I'm not sure what coach called that, but St. Mary Springs all season long was kicking in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen here all season long. That time, Gannon Schwartz was set up there thinking, hey, the ball's coming to me. St. Mary Springs a little audible and kicked it to the far side. No one there. By the time Gannon Schwartz got the ball, the St. Mary Springs were surrounding him. No yards on the play there.
They'll actually mark it at the 19-yard line, and that's where Schwartz has the troops lined. 1st and 10 from the 19. And now they pack it tight. Snap it to Schwartz. He'll follow 3 into the hole. He creases the 20, the 21-yard line, gain of about 2.
Very, very unique offensive set there. WLA, what they did is it's called a sniffer. There's 3, they're not linemen, but they're right behind the linemen. And what this is smash mouth football, trying to get our big offense lineman against a defense lineman for Springs. This is exactly how WLA came out against Lemira. And the first quarter, that game was tied. WLA was very successful in the beginning of that game. They're going to try it again.
Adrian Brenner's in that trio. Macaulay wide to the right. Now they spread it out. That's Parker Mullenbach taking snaps for Keifenheim, flanking Schwartz to his left. There was a high snap. Corralled. Mullenbach gets bent over at the line of scrimmage. Thankfully, looks as though he's fine. No gain, 3rd long.
Now the snap was not over Schwartz's head, but it was enough to throw off the timing that time. Schwartz had to go up high to get the ball over his head, and when that happens, that's a little bit, the timing's off, the line is not quite blocking the same as they always did in practice. That is something we got to look at, because last week, twice, WLA had the ball snapped over their quarterbacks' heads. Now what was funny about it is Gannon Schwartz went back 20 yards, got the ball, and it made 20 yards gain, and the other time he went back, picked up the ball, and had a completion to Miles McKelly. So both times there were successful plays, but that was almost pure luck, or you could say electric running by Schwartz.
You don't want to put that in the playbook, though.
Look, no down lineman, only 1 down lineman for the Ledgers.
Snap to Schwartz. He fakes the handoff to Mullenbach. Backside screen is incomplete.
And even if it was complete, Scott, number 60, Billy Everson, would have been there to make the tackle.
Eli Mookie was the intended receiver. Yeah, would likely have not gone anywhere, so 3 and out go the Vikings. And Schwartz, again, has been the primary punter. But Evan Cole kicked some late, and Schwartz is still on the field.
Correction, that was 60 Cannon Cluck. He looked so athletic out there. I thought it was Everson. But Cannon Cluck, the down defense lineman, was in the flat covering the wide receiver. That was pretty impressive by Cluck.
Well, the Vikings are going to line up as though they're going to go for this. We'll see if they back up, and that's indeed what happens. Schwartz backs off. And they snap it. Edge pressure. Wobbler end over end, and it'll take a Viking bounce and check up and die inside the 40 around the 38-yard line.
Smart play by Miles McCulley, the senior, trying to push Cale Krusik, number 9, into the ball, because if that would have been successful, that's a live ball.
About 41 yards on the net. No return. And that's where the Ledgers start 1st and 10. Pretty good field position to open here. 10-18 remaining opening quarter.
And if you're wondering who the heck is the quarterback, number 1, that is Ben Anderson. For the 3rd week in a row, he's wearing a different number. 2 weeks in a row, he got his jersey shredded on the last play of the game against Mayville. He had to wear a different number 13 last week with no number in the back. Now he's wearing number 1. That was initially Jack Holzman's number this year.
So Anderson out of the shotgun. He brings motion from Rebeck, and they go the opposite direction, short side right. Anderson up the sideline, tiptoes out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. Somewhere in the neighborhood of the 45. They'll mark him out actually at the 42, a gain of about 4.
A successful play. They're going to say, hey, Ben Anderson's our leading rusher with Will Stelmacher. We're going to run him right away and test the outside. WLA is very, very strong in the inside. Their 2 linebackers are 4th and 5th in the conference in tackles. Look for St. Mary Springs to run it outside the tackles.
Ben Anderson, Will Stelmacher, as he said, joined by Garver Beekle, Khalil Rebeck, and Brody Highland are the skill position players. Anderson out of the gun.
Corbin Ruel and running back. Look for a pass.
Ruel rolling. Anderson looked his way, didn't like what he saw, takes it up the middle, crosses the 45. He's short of the first down, but it'll be 3rd, maybe 2.
Very manageable for the Ledgers. This is now Stelmacher is going to come back in for Ruel. What you'll see is Ruel will come in oftentimes when a pass is. Ruel's got very good hands, very fleet of foot. He's very good in open space, whereas Stelmacher is that shorter, more powerful runner. When they need 2 or 3 yards, they usually give it to Stelmacher. Look for Stelmacher to get it here off tackle.
So 3rd down, 2, 46-yard line, Ledger territory. It'll be Rebeck to the left. And they bring Highland in motion out of the slot to the right. And that is the handoff. Stellmacher waiting for traffic to clear in the backfield, and he'll be stood up short. Lost a yard back at the 45.
WLA picked the perfect opportunity to blitz there. They were blitzing in the A-gap. That's exactly where the ball was kind of coming. WLA was selling out the run, trying to stop it 100%.
So both teams go 3 and out. And the Ledgers will punt and try and at least keep the field position game in their back pocket.
One thing to note, both quarterbacks for both teams are the punters. In fact, Gannon Schwartz, like I said, did not punt last week because he had a little bit of an ankle injury, but this week he did punt the first time, and here's Ben Anderson punting for the Ledgers.
Brenner and Schwartz are the deep men for the Vikings, and Anderson keeps nobody along the right side. He's got the first down into Viking territory, dozing his way inside the 40 to the 35. Nobody in white on the far side.
The coaches trust Ben Anderson. He's not only the senior captain, but he's probably going to be the offensive player of the year. I'm calling it right now, even though the voting's already in. This is a postseason game, so if Ben Anderson runs for 500 yards, it should not affect the voting for all conference or player of the year. But in my opinion, Ben Anderson is the most electric, best offensive weapon in the conference. I do give him my vote, even though I don't get a vote, Scott.
21 yards on 4th and about 3 into Viking territory, and that's an Addison Jones first down. Moving the chains for the Vikings. Call Addison Jones, then call the movers.
One thing to note, number 45, Jackson Sobel is the tight end on the near side. He's only a sophomore.
Shotgun for Anderson. He's got Stellmacher to his left. Highland in motion. Handoff to Stellmacher into the pile, and he's dropped from behind.
And looks like Stellmacher is not going to lose anything from last week. Last week, Will Stellmacher was my player of the game because he ran so hard. It seemed like he was lowering his head, looking to lay the boom on any WLA looking to tackle him. And that last play right there is indicative of what happened last week. Will Stellmacher is a ferocious runner. He's looking to hurt people when he runs. He's that tough.
Cooper Schwalbe on the stop, gain of 4, 2nd and 6. They'll send Beekle wide to the left. Rebeck slot left. Highland to the right. And they bring motion again. That's Sobel. Fake the handoff. Anderson rolling. Pressure from behind. Wide of the intended receiver. That was
the Sobel. But Khalil Rebeck, number 8, was the near side. He was the shorter route. I thought Rebeck was the one who was open. Sobel was the medium route. And then we had deeper routes that were also covered. But I thought Ben Anderson probably should have went to Khalil, his other senior wide receiver, but he elected to go a little bit deeper to Sobel. A lot of times the Seymour Springs Ledger quarterbacks will go touchdown to check down. They're looking deep, and then if that's not there, they go the next route. If it's not there, it goes the next route. Progression, it's called.
Looks as though he maybe felt some heat from his backside as well. Looked like Caleb Wild rushing off his right.
Look for them to get Stellmacher back in this game, a lot of touches.
Again, there goes Sobel in motion. Handoff Stellmacher. A crease to the left into the secondary. Hops through a tackle. First down yardage. Dragging White inside the 10. We'll see if they spot him there. That's where they spot him. It's a first down.
You can kind of feel Stellmacher getting better each week because this year was the first year he ever got any varsity action. Last year he was the star in the JV team. And then in the beginning of the season, he looked a little hesitant. He didn't look full speed Will Stellmacher. Now, being this is the 9th game of the season, Will Stellmacher is pretty much a junior, very, very aggressive on running the ball.
Rebeck wide left. Highland and Beekle to the right. Quick handoff again. There's a hole off left guard. 5-yard line, touchdown. Stellmacher.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stellmacher has been a beast lately. He's unstoppable. He's not only fast, but he's powerful.
So the 4th down conversion by Anderson on the fake. Looked like he called it himself. Sets up the Ledgers to go down the field. Will Stellmacher carves out the last 31 into the end zone.
Now, Stellmacher is the leading rusher for the Seymour Springs Ledgers. Going into this game, he had 617 yards in 9 games. Ben Anderson, for comparison, was behind him with 499.
Bentley Coots will try the point after. Snap is clean. There's the placement. And it is up and good. 7:38 remaining opening quarter. Springs 7, Vikings nothing. Quest Interior scoreboard. Back in a moment on Radio Plus Sports.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Kendra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac. Talk about how you felt prior to the services being done and then after.
I felt very hopeless almost.
What I actually needed was to step back and look at what am I putting into my body and what am I surrounding myself with. Was struggling before, but now I feel a lot more in control.
Again, Kendra is a great example of a huge success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Back at Fruth, Scott and Brad with you. 8 plays, 62 yards, 2:40 off the clock. Will Stellmacher, 10-yard touchdown run. Bentley Coots for the extra point. Ledgers take the lead at 7:38 remaining of the opening quarter, 7-0.
And not only is Will Stellmacher the leading rusher for the Ledgers, but he's 4th in the conference, and he's only a junior. He's got to come back again next year. He's going to be a thorn in the Vikings side again next year.
Coots has him lined.
Let's see what he does, if he goes back to the far side or the near side here.
This time they go at Schwartz.
Right to him.
Schwartz takes it at the 11 on the near side. 15, 20, 25. Hops outside left. He's got Brody Highland to try and get wide of. Does so. 35, 40. Bumped out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Pretty good move as he got wide of Highland. Good field position.
That looked like 2 track stars running the 400 there. I mean, Brody Highland runs track against Gannon Schwartz. Gannon Schwartz is one of the fastest, if not the fastest player in the conference. Brody Highland's up there, but not quite the speed that Schwartz has. But Highland had the angle, and sometimes that's all you need is the angle to push him out of bounds. And anything that can stop Schwartz from scoring a touchdown on a punt return or kickoff return is a success in my book for the Ledgers. I'm going to rack that. That's good field position for WLA. However, I think that's a win for Mary Springs.
31-yard return. Good start for the Vikings here, down 7 on that Quest Interior scoreboard. Alone in the shotgun is Schwartz. 3 right, tight slot to the left. Mullenbach jumps out in motion, and it's a keep by Schwartz. Minimal gain, maybe 2 to about the 42.
It should be noted that their star running back, Cole Keifenheim, he's number 4. He's only a junior. He's out of this game. He's not playing this game. He played the whole week last week, but he suffered concussion at some time during the game. So I believe Gannon Schwartz is going to have to even have more pressure on his shoulders. He's going to have to carry this team even more than he did last week, if that's even possible, Scott.
We'll probably find out. Again, Parker Mullenbach is one of the guys taking snaps. He's in the slot closest to the line.
That's empty backfield 2 plays in a row here.
Tight slot left. Again, there's the snap and the handoff underneath. Good move inside. And there goes Adrian Brenner up the sideline, finally knocked out of bounds into Ledger territory. By far the best offensive play for the Vikings to the 35.
Well, St. Mary Springs spent all week trying to teach their defenders how to defense that counter. But that's the first time WLA has ran it, and it has been a very successful play. So something about St. Mary Springs has to adjust to make that play not work the next time.
22 yards for Brenner.
And Brenner also only a junior. The whole backfield is only juniors for WLA. They're all coming back. I think WLA this year is the Mayville team from last year.
Another first down. Addison Jones moving the chains for the Vikings. 6:45 clock rolls first quarter. High snap, Schwartz corrals. They set up an option. Nice catch by Mullenbach. Didn't do him much, but earned him a lick and dropped him at the 35. No gain.
Now, what I mean by that is WLA this year is very young. They only have 5 seniors. They're very more junior, and even have some sophomores in the starting lineup on the defense and the offensive side. Whereas Mayville also was like that. They were very young last year. They only were 3-4 in the conference last year. Mayville last year snuck into the playoffs as an 8th seed. Actually beat. I'm sorry, they were the 9th seed. They actually beat WLA in the first round last year. WLA went all season long. Only lost their last game to the Ledgers with the number 1 seed, but they lost in the first round last year to Mayville. And this year Mayville won the conference.
Out of the shotgun. And they'll bring motion right to left. Schwartz on the pitch. Sweeping left is Frankie Wiedemeyer. Going nowhere. Dropped for a loss back at the 40.
Braden Freund, number 10, the senior outside linebacker, came up. Not only did he keep contained, but he made the tackle. A great play by Freund.
Loss of 5 brings up 3rd down and 15.
He made the exact same play last week on a toss sweep like that. He took on the lead blocker, shedded the block, and made the tackle. A solo tackle and a tackle for loss. TFL.
So after Brenner's big run into Ledger territory, Vikings facing 3rd and 15. Down 7-0, 5:20 clock rolling.
And this is what WLA does not want to have happen. Gannon Schwartz is an electric player with his legs. He's impressed me with his arm, but he's definitely all about running. He doesn't want to pass if he doesn't have to, and right now this is a passing situation.
Out of the shotgun, he's got Mullenbach to his right, rolling to pass. Pressure coming up the field. Schwartz stops, thrown down. I believe they're going to call him in the grass. They did.
That's Christian Flores, number 76, who doesn't play all that much. However, because of some injuries and some shuffling things around, they put Billy Everson at inside linebacker tonight, and that means Christian Flores is getting a start and a sack for Christian Flores. He was an absolute beast last year as a sophomore on the JV level. He's very, very fast. He's a wrestler. He's one of the fastest players on the team, and he's a defensive lineman.
Yeah, and he ran down Schwartz again, trying to get rid of it, but didn't feel the pressure early enough.
And that's, you don't hear many announcers saying Schwartz got ran down.
In that case, he did. And Schwartz again set up as though he would start in the shotgun, but now backs out to punt. Anderson awaits around his 10. Snap, no pressure, high and end over end to the far side. Anderson faked the catch, and Wild downs it nicely around the 10-yard line.
That was that could have been a disastrous play by Anderson. He didn't know where that ball was going to bounce. It almost hit him right in the head.
Yeah, kind of probably gave some people nightmares about the play in the Packer game last week. Maybe.
Right on.
4:06 left. Quest Interior scoreboard. Springs 7, Vikings nothing. And the Ledgers start from the 10-yard line. So here we go. Again, the winner here gets a game next week. If it's Springs, they would host. The Vikings would likely be on the road. There goes Sabel in motion. Handoff Stellmacher following Sabel. Cuts it back to the middle of the pile, and he is walled off around the 15-yard line. Call it 5.
I believe that's 3 rushes in a row for Stellmacher. Looks like they're going to give him a little rest. They're going to put Ruel, number 27, the senior, back in. Ruel's stock is rising, in my opinion. He had a great game last week. Look for him to get a lot more touches in tonight's game. Number 27, Corbin Ruel. He was slated as a starting running back to start the season, but he got a concussion early in the season that kind of put him behind Stellmacher. Never was able to regain that starting position, but he's sitting next to Anderson right here.
Beagle slot left, Rebeck wide left, Highland to the right. Anderson out of the shotgun, Ruel flips left to right, as does Sabel. Snap to Anderson. They set up an option. Anderson flips. Ruel up the sideline. 25-30. 35 bumped out along the WLA sideline. Should be enough. Plenty for the first down.
I see a lot of teams run the option, but I don't see a lot of teams run it as well as Ben Anderson. That Ben Anderson takes that ball to the defender as much as he possibly can. He pitches it at the last second. Anytime a quarterback bowls out, like loses ground after he catches the ball, or he pitches it too early, those are two things that almost always end an option not good for the offense. But Ben Anderson, again, a successful play running the option.
Beagle wide left. That's Highland slot left. Twins right.
Passing down.
Anderson out of the shotgun. We tick to 3:10 left. Anderson back, has time. That ball floating over the outstretched arms of Beagle, and in coverage was McCauley, second down.
The Ledgers had that's called twins right and twins left. They kind of spread out the whole defense, and Anderson's trying to find that open receiver. Garver Beagle was almost, and I got to repeat, almost the player of the game last week. He had a 40-yard touchdown pass, he had a 40-yard touchdown run, and he almost had a third touchdown. But Garver, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but you dropped the ball at the 1-yard line. That would have been 3 touchdowns for you last week, Garver.
Clock stops, 3:15 left opening quarter. Quest Interior scoreboard. Anderson sending Highland to the left. He's got Beagle and Rebeck to the right. And Sabel flips left to right. On 2nd and 10. Vikings show pressure. Flip. That is, looked like Stellmacher, who came back in the lineup. Minimal gain this time. The Vikings surround him and drop him around the 32-yard line. Short gain, 3rd down.
WLA has been successful on defense. You remember the only time the Ledgers got that big first down was that fake punt. WLA has stopped the Ledgers thus far. This game is 7-0, but really, other than that fake punt, the Ledgers haven't got much going on here.
Yeah, they had the big run on the fake punt, and then Stellmacher had 2 carries that covered 31 yards that ended in the end zone on the 2nd carry. Rebeck to the right, Beagle and Highland to the left.
They have not got Brody Highland in the offense here. Look for them to get Highland in the offense.
3rd down again, 3rd and 8, shy of the 35. Back to pass is Anderson. Nobody open, has time, waiting, firing, incomplete, intended for Sabel. In coverage was Schwartz, 4th down.
Wow, and the WLA holds tight. I'm very impressed with WLA's defense, other than that breakdown in the punt return, which kind of doesn't count. They're going to force the Ledgers to punt here, but WLA has to learn their lesson. The most electric player in the conference, Ben Anderson, is the Ledgers punter. You got to make sure because when you have a punt defense, a punt return, so to speak, you got 2 guys all the way back. It's basically 11 on 8.
You know, if that's
nine.
That's the case, I mean, do you purposely, if you're putting a football team together, teach your quarterback to punt?
Yeah, right. Well, I don't think Ben Anderson's the best punter on the team, but I think he's the best player on our team.
Low and end over end. It takes 2 hops. Beekle picks it up on the 3rd hop at the 28-yard line, trying to set up blocking, 35-40, diving through a short hole or a small hole across the 45 to the 47.
What a great play by number 5, Brody Highland. He was waiting for Schwartz to make his cut, and as soon as he made his cut inside, Brody got off his block and made the tackle. If Brody Highland doesn't make that tackle, Schwartz could be gone.
So the Vikings, again, they started at their own 41 last time before they got into Ledger territory and were pushed back. They'll start this time at the 47.
What I meant before when I said Anderson may not be the best punter on the team, early in the season they had basically a punting competition. I thought Lucas Babler, the sophomore, kicked the ball further and higher than Anderson. However, Anderson gets the ball and punt because he can be electric with his legs. He's a senior. He's a captain. So many other things, and he's doing a rugby-style punt as well, where it rolls and rolls and rolls. Hope he gets in after a couple rolls.
Wiedemeyer tight to the right. That's Mullenbach flanking Schwartz to the left. Mookie to the tight left, and there goes motion. And they fake it. Wiedemeyer all alone into the secondary, dozing his way inside the 40, bumps off Rebeck, and that's enough for the first down gain of 15.
Well, Gannon Schwartz certainly doesn't shy away from contact. He put his head down and was full head of steam there. That was an impressive run by Schwartz.
Call it 15, move the chains. Addish and Jones moving the chains for the Vikings. Call Addish and Jones, then call the movers. 1st and 10 Vikings.
And we got to give our hats off to Cale Krusek, number 9, who made the tackle in open field. It's not easy to tackle Gannon Schwartz in the open field.
McCauley to the left. Wiedemeyer tight to the right. Slot to the left is Brenner. And there goes motion by Wiedemeyer. Schwartz keeps waiting for something to materialize. Forced to dive forward. Got a little bit to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 3.
And number 44, Tate Schoofs. I can't say enough about Tate Schoofs. If you ask me who the most improved player on the St. Mary Springs Ledgers is, it's Tate Schoofs. Last year, only 43 tackles. He was an inside linebacker last year, only 43 tackles. This year, 83 tackles. 3rd in the conference in tackles. To me, easily a first-team all-conference player. And honestly, if you look at the stats, you could argue that he's the player of the year defensively in the conference.
Averaging almost 10 a game, includes 3 sacks, a couple of picks. McCauley left, Wiedemeyer right. Mullenbach flanking Schwartz to his right. And they give it to Mullenbach, a sliver of a hole to the left, and he muscles it forward, shy of the 30, give him about the 31. It'll be 3rd and short.
WLA is very physical. They're blocking very well tonight. WLA is a tough team. I can't believe they're only 3-4 in the conference. They had a lot of close games. WLA is a very young team. Look for them to be not only contenders, but maybe the favorite next year to win the conference.
Well, again, they graduated 16 seniors off that top-seeded team last year. Again, only 5. They pack it in tight. McCauley, the single valve wide to the right. Schwartz, misdirection, handoff Brenner, and he is stopped. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They had everyone packed in tight, but the Ledgers stand tall. It's 4th down.
Big tackle by the linebackers for Ledgers. Was that Schoofs or was that Freund?
Looks like both of them were probably there. 4th down, and I'm guessing you're...
Now, what do you do for your WLA? Do you go for this? You're on the Ledgers 32-yard line. You got 4th and 4. It's not 4th and short. It's 4th and 4.
Yeah, 4th and 4. They're
going to have some time to think about it because that's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. And it's time now for the Lens Truck Center Athlete of the Week. Let's check out what Nick has for us again from Week 9.
Each and every week, Lens Truck Center of Fond du Lac and Radio Plus Video Sports salute an area student athlete. Congratulations to Noah Mao from St. Mary Springs Academy. He is our student athlete of the week this week.
It'll be tight end and linebacker. Hopefully, tight end will work out for me and we just get farther down in the playoffs. Sure. I can be another threat for other teams. In past years, it was basically just the guys that were good for our team, and now they basically get down their talent to us and try reinforcing it, and it's just our duty to step up and fill the role. For me, I just want to go play college football, try to be a linebacker in the next level. That's how I go.
Again, congratulations, Noah, from Lens Truck Center and Radio Plus Video Sports.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lens till you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Lens Truck, Lens Truck. We got the trucks at Lens Truck.
We got the trucks.
Start of the second quarter, 4th and 4. Team switch ends. Vikings going for it on 4th and 4. Schwartz trying to get outside. Squares up, spins forward. Spot will be the determining factor. He did all of that on his own. It's very close.
I think he got it. And that was the only way WLA was going to pick up 4 yards because St. Mary's Springs was packing the box. They had 5 down linemen. They were not going to let WLA run inside. So Schwartz did what he only could do. He took it outside, used his speed to get around the outside linebacker, and I think he picked it up. If he did, it was by inches.
Braden Freund was the only guy that was going to stop him short. He missed, and he was stopped right near the marker. The chains come out. We'll see what the chains say when they stretch it.
Oh, both teams think. The Ledgers thought they stopped him. WLA thought they had it. That's a big first down. That could be a momentum. Mark that play down.
So he got 4. He needed 4. It was 4 plus perhaps a little bit of the extra leather on the nose of the football.
And remember, the Ledgers haven't done much in drives here. They got that one big play in that fake punt and got a couple good runs by Stelmacher. But other than that, the Ledgers have been stopped. WLA's knocking on the door here. If they can score here, this could totally turn the tide of the game.
Wing right, Brenner. Mullenbach flanks Schwartz. They fake to him, back to pass. Schwartz winds up deep through. All alone is Wild diving. Did he hold on? He did. Touchdown, Vikings.
Wild was the second guy to the near side here. He was in the slot. He just ran a go route. He was wide open. No one for the Ledgers took him.
Could have drove a truck through that lane. No, like you said, Brad, nobody there. He just had to secure it. He did, fell into the end zone, and the Vikings a kick away from knotting this game. First play of the second quarter.
And Schwartz, of course, also does the kicking for WLA. He does it all, Scott.
Yeah. In this case, he does. Lines down, snap is clean, the placement, the kick is up, and it is good. So we are tied on that Quest Interior scoreboard, 7-7, 11:34, early going second quarter. We step aside, come back after this, Radio Plus Sports.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Dreyer Collision Concepts. They're the kings of collision on North Main Street. Now, did you know they offer free estimates? That's right. Vehicle registration, auto collision repair, custom paintwork, and mobile estimating. They'll come to you. So get rid of the grime with Grime Gorilla Car Wash. They're Fond du Lac's newest touch-free car wash on North Main Street next to Dreyer Collision Concepts. They've got monthly, single, and multi-vehicle options. So just download their free app to get the latest updates and information. Grime Gorilla Car Wash.
Quest Interior scoreboard now knotted at 7, 11:34, early going second quarter. Caleb Wild, a 28-yard touchdown catch from Gannon Schwartz. Fond du Lac and Franklin, Division 1, that's tied at 7. Mayville up in Division 4, going into the second quarter at Ray Dunn in their Division 4 game. That's 7-0 over Waupun. Schwartz going to take about a 10-yard run up. Here it is. High and short to the far side, up on one hop to the 15-yard line. 15-20, Ruel weaving through a leg tackle at the 30, stays on his feet up the sideline, out across the 35 near the 40. They're going to spot him beyond the 40. Pretty good return by Ruel. And the Ledgers get good field position to start their next drive in a tie game.
Scott, I think I know why Caleb Wild, number 87, was so wide open. He only had one catch the whole season up to that touchdown. So maybe the Ledgers were maybe a little asleep thinking that they're not going to go to Caleb Wild, but Caleb Wild leads them also in sacks. He's one of their best defensive ends. That time he came up big on a 40-yard touchdown.
42-yard line. A snap to Anderson, handoff, Stellemacher lets the hole materialize, does not go down on first contact, pushing the pile near midfield. They finally mark him down, but not before he gets into Viking territory near 10.
Will Stellmacher is slowly turning into a Sawyer Harvesty type player for Mayville. If you know, Sawyer Harvesty is the 6'2", 235-pound running back that actually was second in the conference in rushing last year as a junior. This year they kind of keyed on him. He was only fifth in the conference rushing, but Will Stellmacher coming on strong, looking to be a big force in the flyweight next year.
And with the guys that are missing on the Ledger side on offense, they're going to lean on him most likely. Stellmacher flanks Anderson in the gun to his right. Highland to the left. Beekle and Rebeck to the right. Handoff Stelmacher again through leg traffic in the backfield, refusing to go down, dozing his way to the 40-yard line, a gain of another near 10.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Will Stelmacher's gobbling up yards, 8-9 yards every time he's touching the ball. I'm very impressed with number 33.
Call it 11, another first down. Addison Jones moving the chains for the Ledgers. Call Addison Jones and then call the movers. A minute and a half into the second quarter.
So far, the inside linebackers for WLA, number 23, Frankie Wiedmeyer, and number 10, Spencer Lair, haven't been able to stop Stelmacher. They're leading tacklers in the WLA defense.
Both those guys averaging about 9 a game. They bring Highland in motion left to right. Again, handoff, Stelmacher. This time he runs into contact. There is the aforementioned Spencer Lair, short gain.
Even when he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, he's still falling forward. He's such a strong runner. He gained 2.5 yards, and that should have been 0 yards.
2nd and 8. We drop under 10 remaining. Again, a couple other scores we're keeping an eye on. Games you can hear on Radio Plus and watch on RadioPlusInfo.com. Mayville into the second quarter up on Wapana, 2-7 game in Division 4. That's 7-0. Fondy and Franklin were tied in Division 1, a 1-8 game. That one at 7 into the second. This time that is Stelmacher in motion. Anderson fakes the screen. He'll keep read well by the Vikings.
I'm not sure why Anderson didn't let that fly. That was supposed to be a screen pass to Brody Highland, number 5, and Brody looked like he was going to be wide open, but for some reason Anderson kept it in his hands and ran.
Looked like Orville Bloom was one of the principal defenders there. He was not fooled. No gain, 3rd and 8.
I think when Anderson watches the film, he's going to be told by the coaches and probably tell himself he should let that ball fly. Brody Highland was wide open here in the flat with blockers. That could have been a big play for the Ledgers.
And he might have predetermined what he was going to do, which is maybe why he didn't throw it. 3 minutes in, 3rd and 8 in the second quarter. Stelmacher flanks Anderson to the left. They fake it to him. Back to pass. Anderson sets up. Deep throw. Separating and too wide. And over the head of Garver Beekle, who had a couple of steps on the defender. 4th down.
Ben Anderson wishes he had that throw back. Garver Beekle, number 81, had his man beat. He was 3 steps behind his safety. I think that was Gannon Schwartz over there playing one-on-one coverage against 81 Garver Beekle. Just a little too far. Got to get a little bit more loft in that ball, number 1.
So still 4th and 8. Again, you're in Vikings territory at about the 37-yard line. Clock stops, 8:49 left, second quarter. Quest Interior's scoreboard.
I don't see the punt team out there. This looks like the starting offense.
Well, it's been a pretty good defensive battle, save about 4 plays. Vikings had one long play on the second drive and then the touchdown throw after converting by inches on 4th down to end the first quarter.
They're going for it.
And they will go for it on 4th and 8 inside the Viking 30. Stelmacher flanks Anderson to the right. Miscalculation. Anderson forced to roll, and he is wrapped up by his feet and buried by a trio in white. Cooper Schwalbe was the first man there, and the Vikings turn him over on downs.
And not only did WLA stop him, but they got a 6-yard loss. Now they're going to have the ball at almost the 45-yard line.
So not only do the Vikings get the stop, but like you said, Brad, they make what would have been decent field position even better beyond the 40.
And you can always second guess it after the play, but, I was thinking, why not punt them deep? But, the Ledgers kind of thought that they could get something there. They only needed, 4 or 5 yards, but that backfired. Now the WLA Vikings have a short field.
So they'll take it from the 44-yard line. 3rd drive in succession here that the Vikings start beyond their own 40-yard line. In a tie game at 7.
Look at the splits. The guard is about 1.5 yards from the center.
Mullenbach to Schwartz's right. They send Wiedemeyer in motion, and the keep hopping to the near side left is Schwartz lowering the shoulder and driving his way into Ledger territory at the 49-yard line, a gain of about 7.
And why do you do that? Why do you have the guard so far away from the center? They're trying to create blocking angles because that far side guard is coming off. He's pulling, and he's coming through that gap that's predetermined before the snap because the guard and tackle are not so close together like they normally are.
Mayville's gone up in the second quarter, 14-0. Cardinals finished off a 99-yard drive for the second score. Here we're 4 minutes into the second quarter in a tie game, second and about 3. Vikings in Ledger territory. Wiedemeyer goes in motion around Schwartz. They fake the pitch. Again, throwing deep, dropping. Not into the receiver's hands, McCauley, but it's picked off.
That's number 83, sophomore Joey Kuhn with the interception, the first of the year, but a big one. The Ledgers definitely needed that. The tide had kind of switched in the WLA Vikings' favor. Seymour Springs stole their thunder right back.
Well, it looked like Schwartz again might have predetermined where he was going, but the coverage was excellent on the far side. And as you mentioned, Kuhn ranging over the top, dove underneath the pass for the interception.
Kuhn might have been the one who was supposed to have Caleb Wild on that touchdown a few minutes ago, so he just made up for it getting the Oski there for the Ledgers. They call it Oski because whenever they yell Oski, that tells everyone on the field, hey, we got the ball, we're getting an interception, start blocking. But Joey Kuhn basically fell down. There was no really return there. He just wanted to make sure he didn't drop that ball.
Stelmacher to Anderson's right, 1st and 10. Quarterback keep following Stelmacher through arm tackles across the 35, pushing the pile, so the whistle still has not blown. Rugby scrum finally ends shy of the 40, a gain of near 9.
There was several years in the past 20 that I've been watching St. Mary's Springs football that the best passing play for the St. Mary's Springs Ledgers was the quarterback draw because the Ledgers didn't always have an electric quarterback that could throw really well. Ben Anderson is not that guy. He can throw the ball definitely. However, he also can run. That's why we call him Crazy Legs Anderson. So not only can he throw the ball, but he can run the ball, and that's why I feel like he is going to be, this coming Wednesday is the vote, the Offensive Player of the Year at the Flyway. But the coaches are going to decide that in a room. I'm not allowed to go.
Rebeck wide to the right. That's Highland and Beagle to the left. Stelmacher stays in, flanking Anderson to his right. Highland in motion. They'll hand it to Highland. He's got a block to the outside, trying to get through leg tackles. Spilled, falling forward across the 40. Minimal gain. Didn't need much to the 41, though. First down.
That would be pretty fun to go to the conference voting, though, Scott. Maybe we should ask to go. Maybe we should televise that thing. That'd be we get a lot of viewers in that one. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. I wonder how much fighting and bickering is at the, it's all about, if you win the conference, you kind of, the victor goes the spoils, so to speak. But this year, there was 3 conference championships, so they all are going to have a little bit of, leeway and power on their predictions.
And of course, good records need good players on both sides of the ball. Twins left, receiver right, handoff Stelmacher, big hole through the middle. Schwartz there to wrap him up initially. Forward falling is Stelmacher to the 46, gain of 5.
Now, that's something to note. The leading tackler in the whole conference is Colton Hagner for Laconia. He led the whole conference by quite a bit in tackles. However, Laconia was kind of down to the bottom of the conference. It's hard to give the Defensive Player of the Year to someone that didn't finish at least 500 or better.
Certainly, he'll probably be a first-team all-conference guy, though.
Absolutely. Inside linebacker.
Beagle slot left. Rebeck wide left, snap to Anderson, hands Stelmacher into the pile. He falls forward, creases midfield, short of the first down, but it'll be 3rd and short.
Stelmacher looks like he hurt his arm there. He's got something wrong with his finger or hand or something like that. He just came off to see the trainer. He's hurt.
So that'll bring Ruel back in on 3rd and short. Nose of the football on midfield. 5:40 clock rolls, second quarter. Quest Interior scoreboard 7-7, Vikings and Ledgers.
Yeah. It looks like Will Stelmacher's got either a dislocated finger or something like that. I'm not qualified to give any medical diagnosis, but it looks like he's definitely being worked on his right fingers.
3rd and short, snap to Anderson, handoff Ruel, didn't need much, drags white shirts into Viking territory, gain of 2, move the chains.
And I said in the pregame show that Corbin Ruel could be one of those players. That this is his chance. This is his time to shine. He's a senior. He did a great job last week on the offense. He caught a couple passes, ran really hard, and ran over some guys. So I thought he was going to be in the offense more tonight than ever before, and now he might have a big chance with Stelmacher on the sidelines.
It'll be Rebeck wide to the left, 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Ledgers trying to answer the score by the Vikings that tied the game at 7. Anderson sets up option. Pitch Ruel.
Ooh.
Driven down. Miles McCauley comes up, drops him at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Miles McCauley, 6'4", 200 pounds, used every bit of that. He put a lick on Corbin Ruel. That was a great tackle by number 15.
And usually when that comes up, when you're the defender, you've just got to make a commit and go to it as opposed to kind of breaking down and letting the offensive player play. And McCauley drove right through Ruel to drop him.
And these guys are going to play twice in the next couple months in the basketball court. Miles McCauley, Gannon Schwartz, Tate Shoves, all these guys also play basketball. Ben Anderson, of course.
And Coach Kyle Krieger, who is the boys basketball coach, hoping that a couple of these guys on the sidelines are going to be healthy enough during the basketball season. 2nd and 10, 48-yard line, Viking territory for the Ledgers. Snap to Anderson, handoff Ruel, big hole left side, dragged down from behind by Wiedemeyer. He stops him short of the first down, but it'll be 3rd and short.
And who you're referring to is number 4, Ben Baker, number 1, Jack Holzman. Both guys are out for the football season, but they definitely are looking to come back for the basketball season. Jack Holzman may or may not need surgery. We don't know yet. Baker had a broken collarbone. That's usually about a 4 or 5, maybe 6 week injury. It happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Clock ticking still. Fast-moving first half. We're under 3:50 remaining first half. 7-7 Quest Interior scoreboard. Rebeck alone to the right. Beagle to the left. Highland slot left. He'll come in motion left to right. The snap, misdirection. Ruel into the pile, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Another fourth down decision upcoming.
Almost the exact same spot as last time. The Ledgers are faced. Do they go for it on fourth down? Now, last time they were at this exact spot, they decided to go for it. They did a rollout pass to Anderson to the near side here. He got sacked and lost another 5 yards. And the offense for the Ledgers is still out there. They're not going to punt again. Now, if you remember a couple weeks ago, Mayville came into town to play St. Mary Springs in a very important game. Mayville went for it on fourth down 4 times, only made it once. That was the deciding factor in that game.
All 3 in the second half were stopped short, and that helped set up the Ledgers for that 10-3 win. Here we go, 4th and 5. Ledgers go. Fake the handoff to Ruel, rolling right. Throw into the flat. Off the fingertips, incomplete of Sabel. Would have had the first, but it turns over on downs again.
Ben Anderson is not throwing accurately tonight. He's been running hard, but his throws are a little off. That pass normally is completed by Ben Anderson. He's not used to throwing to Jackson Sabel, only a sophomore. He's used to throwing to number 2, Noah Mall, but Noah Mall is in street clothes tonight, not playing. So the sophomore is trying to step up, but it's hard to catch a ball that's over your head.
So again, the Vikings, 4th straight drive, they start beyond their own 40-yard line. This one from the 43 with 2:50 left in the first half and a 7-7 tie on your Quest Interior scoreboard. McCauley to the left. That's Brenner, wing to the left. Wiedemeyer to the right. He comes in motion in front of the formation. Fake Schwartz working his way to the outside. Squares up, driving through the second tackler into Ledger territory. Should be enough for the first.
And Gannon Schwartz is putting his head down, trying to just will his team to victory. Running really hard tonight, number 5, Gannon Schwartz. Now, one thing to note, they have not gotten Miles McCulley in the offensive ball. Not even any passes towards him or to him, and he leads their team in receiving.
Usually what happens is if you can take away, of course, a weapon, especially in the outside, Ledger's certainly paying heed to him. 1st and 10. Vikings move it into Ledger territory at the 47-yard line. Tight pack now. McCauley alone to the right on the far hash. Snap to Schwartz. They fake to Brenner. Lots of traffic in blue coming Schwartz's way. He tries to turn the corner. Stiff arm falls forward, all to do to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and long.
Another tackle by number 5, Brody Highland. All night long, he's been tackling Gannon Schwartz, saving that big play from happening. Brody Highland, number 5, saving the day again.
So they'll say no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Already under 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Now, it's something to note. They didn't run that formation at all last week. They had ran it before early in the season. Like I said, they ran it in Lemira a lot, especially early in the game, and then they got away from it. But they're trying to shake things up. They're trying to get the Ledgers to look at something they haven't seen before.
McCauley wide to the right. Mullenbach slot to the left. Brenner wing to the left. And we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. We'll take the TO as well. Late going first half at Fruth, 7-7 Division 5 Level 1 playoff. Back with more after this. Radio Plus Sports.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
In a Winnebago Lutheran Academy timeout, 7-7, 1:26 left first half. Quest Interior scoreboard. High school sports today, RadioPlus.com, or RadioPlusInfo.com, that is, being presented by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellistad. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. And it's also being brought to you by Capelli Brothers in Diedrich for over 70 years. Capelli Brothers in Diedrich have been a trusted partner in the area. Carpenters, masons, and laborers, highly skilled, and their attention to detail is shown in every project. Their excellent work is at CapelliDiedrich.com. 2nd and long. Vikings out of the timeout. There goes Wiedemeyer in motion. They fake it to him. Schwartz right through the chute. Squares up, drags blue shirts back into Ledger territory to the 44-yard line, 3rd and long.
And again, number 44, Tate Schufts, the leading tackler for the Ledgers and 3rd in the conference in tackles, coming up big again, stopping Schwartz. It seems like Schwartz is getting the ball 80% of the runs.
Mayville extending the lead in that Division 4 home game, the 2-7 game against Waupun. It's now 21-0. Jordan Schlender with a 21-yard run after Mayville went 99 yards for their 2nd touchdown.
That's all?
That's it. Again, in motion goes Wiedemeyer. They fake it to him. Schwartz trying to come back weak side. Gets back past backfield pressure, and he'll be short of the first down, spilled at about the 43-yard line. Short gain, 4th down, about 5.
That's number 9, Kale Krusik, coming in from the free safety to make the tackle, along with number 5, Brody Highland. Nowhere to run for Gannon Schwartz. Now the WLA Vikings are forced with a 4th and 5 decision. Do they punt and pin the Ledgers deep, or are they going to go for it?
I got to believe where they're at in this position late in the game, they may not have to make a snap here as the clock stays in motion. We're at 20 seconds. They may just let this thing tick out. And the Vikings will take a timeout. We'll take it as well. Late going first half, tie game. Quest Interior scoreboard at Fruth, Division 5 Level 1 playoff. Back with more after this. Radio Plus Sports.
When you buy at Camera Casino, it's like having a little photo expert come with you.
Whether you're shooting sports, nature, or portraits, we'll make sure you have exactly what you need right in your bag. When you learn from our staff of experts, our knowledge follows you wherever you go.
We'll make sure you have the gear and confidence while you're out shooting.
A little help can go a long way.
At
Camera Casino.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Out of a Winnebago Lutheran Academy timeout, 16 seconds left first half, 4th and 5. Vikings going to show to go. Rolling right is Schwartz. He has pressure on his backside, throws on the run, caught and intercepted up the sideline, far side. Looks like Kuhn again working his way to midfield, so the clock's going to stop with 4 seconds left, and the Ledgers are going to get one offensive play.
I think that was actually number 27, Corbin Ruel, with the interception. Both guys were over there. Corbin Ruel was short and Joey Kuhn was deep, but Corbin Ruel got the interception, so he's going to get the blaster for his helmet. But again, you only get blasters if you win the game. If the Ledgers don't win and don't advance, there is no blasters on Monday morning. And blasters, again, Scott, are the little decals that the Ledgers put on their helmets for good plays, and some are team awards, like for the starting defense, they shut out opponent. The entire starting defense gets it, but interception, touchdown passes, touchdown completions, things like that also get them.
So now whatever kind of trick you got up your sleeve, here's a spot to run it. Ledgers at the Viking 49 as you see the white shirts very deep, and we're going to get a whistle. And why not? The Vikings spend a timeout because you don't want one play to send you to the locker room down at the half. We'll step aside again to wrap up and come back with the first half. Tie game 7, Quest Interior scoreboard back in a bit on Radio Plus Sports. Out of a Viking timeout, their last of the half, 4 seconds left. Scott, Brad, and the crew with you from Fruth and Fond du Lac, 7-7 Quest Interior scoreboard. We wondered if the Vikings would go for it. They threw a pick. Now you're the Ledgers. You got one play. Might as well go for broke, right?
Now, Ben Anderson does not have the arm to throw 60 yards. However, he can throw deep and hope there's maybe a pass interference type play that would give one extra free play with 0 seconds on the clock. Or maybe the Ledgers can spring something. The Ledgers do have a little hook and lateral, kind of some trick plays. We'll see what happens here.
Twins rights, shotgun Anderson. He takes the snap. Instead, it's a draw. He follows Stellmacher, and he's going to get squeezed by Wild and company at the 45. And the zeros show that takes us to the half. Quest Interior scoreboard reads Fond du Lac Springs 7, WLA 7, Division 5, Level 1 playoff here in Fond du Lac. We'll step aside, come back with first half stats, totals, and the halftime show, all on Radio Plus Sports.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
When I say Phillies on 4th, what comes to mind?
Chicken,
Pizza,
Friday fish fries,
mashed potatoes and gravy.
Don't forget about all their great snacks.
And tons of candy, groceries, and toiletries. Phillies on 4th literally has everything from soup to nuts. Save time with in and out shopping and score big with Phillies on 4th and Everett, Fond du Lac.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake-turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch. Mmm.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops, with most installed by next week and completed in just 1 day. And because we fabricate our countertops in-house, you can buy direct and save money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademans, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Back at halftime, Fruth Memorial. Scott and I, Brad Lenz, with you. Quest Interior scoreboard reads Spring 7, Vikings 7. Time now for Holiday Automotive highlights. Holiday Automotive, it's worth the trip. Brad, there weren't many, and each of the few on both sides set up and were the scores.
If you like a defensive battle, you've tuned into the right game. This is a very defensive battle. The WLA Vikings haven't had much in yards, neither have the Ledgers. I think the Vikings have actually outgained the Ledgers, especially if you don't count that fake punt. That was the biggest play for the Ledgers in the first half.
So individually, those plays, Brad, you're looking at, the first drive for the Ledgers. It was fourth down. Ben Anderson, as the punter, faked it, tucked it, 21 yards, converted the first down, and then the last two plays were 31 yards on 2 carries, the last of which covered 10 into the end zone for Will Stellemacher, capped an 8-play, 62-yard drive, took 2:40 off the clock that made it 7-0. Vikings then, after they were turned away on their next drive, their defense held, got it back on a turnover on downs, which happened twice in the first half. The Vikings were able to stand and turn the Ledgers over twice on downs. The first time they did it, set themselves up at their own 47-yard line. And that drive then, after the Vikings' own fourth down conversion by half the nose of the football at the 28-yard line in Ledger territory, next play went from Gannon Schwartz to Caleb Wild, 28-yard touchdown catch. Extra point by Schwartz then tied the game at that point midway through the second quarter, and that's been it.
What a difference a week makes. Last week, just 7 days ago, it was 20-0 at halftime. Ledgers were winning. This week, 7-7. And the difference this week, Gannon Schwartz hit a 40-yard pass to Caleb Wild for a touchdown. On the other side, the Ledgers in the blue didn't hit any open receivers. Ben Anderson 0 for 6 in the first half. I've never said that all season long. He has been lights out, very accurate all season long. He's 0 for 6, and he's missed a couple wide open receivers. If he could hit Garver Beekle on that go route early in the first quarter, this score would easily be 14-7, but he overshot him, and the Ledgers have to dig deep and find a way to win this game. WLA has got the momentum. WLA wants this victory to make up for last week.
High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, being presented by these four Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, Patrick Ellistad. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. It's at the half as well down the road in Mayville. That's a Division 4 Level 1 game, 2-7 seed between Mayville and Waupun. Cardinals have extended the lead there 28-0 into the locker room over Waupun. That game, 2 99-yard touchdown drives for the Cardinals in that one to push the lead. Last check we had on Fond du Lac at Franklin was 7-7 early in the second quarter on that one.
Wow, that's a shocker. That's a number 9 seed versus a 1 seed, right?
2-7.
2-7.
So we'll step aside and come back with those first half numbers as well. Before we get to that break, we'll give you your trivia, and I promise it's not as hard this time. So brought to you is Trivia by Taco Bell. Order your favorite menu items online and pick them up at the drive-thru at all Fond du Lac Taco Bell locations. Taco Bell, live Mas. Well, we've got a couple of conference opponents meeting up here in the first level of the playoffs after each playing a week ago. This is not completely unusual that conference teams meet again in the playoffs, as these two are. Here's what we're looking for. Can you name the most recent conference playoff opponent for each of these two teams? Both were within the last 5 years, so it's not that far to go back, and one of them you gave away at the beginning here, Brad, so we're not going too far. So each of these teams has played a conference opponent in the playoffs. Both have happened in the last 5 years. Can you tell me who those two opponents for WLA and Springs won each?
You're making these guys work for their Taco Bell.
I'm not working that hard. You gave them one at the beginning of the game here.
Scott, you're an old teacher, man. You're ruthless. You're hard on these guys. Our listeners need easy. They need easy layups, Scott.
Well, I'm going to give you 3 minutes and take the layup. We'll be back with the stats in the second half here at Fruth 7-7 Quest Interior Scoreboard, WLA and Springs on Radio Plus Sports.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for your future. Good luck, area athletes, on your quest to a state title.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Here's Barb, another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
It is set up for you to succeed, and they walk with you and encourage you and give you a lot of information, a lot of opportunities and choices, and they are your biggest cheerleaders. And so I would definitely recommend it. It is life-changing. I am no longer on any medications. It is just supplements. I no longer take any prescriptions and don't regret it at all. So you will be received well and cared for well here.
To start your own wellness journey, head to IntoTheWoodsJourney.com.
Back at the half at Fruth, Division 5 Level 1 Playoff Football, RadioPlusInfo.com. 7-7 Quest Interior Scoreboard, the Ledgers and the Vikings. So those first half stats, Brad, look something like this. Ledgers, 138 yards, all on the ground. 0 of 6 through the air was Ben Anderson. He had 7 carries for 46 yards on the ground. Will Stellmacher leads the way on the ground, 11 carries, 71 yards. But again, 31 of those came on 2 carries that ended in the end zone with the only touchdown. Corbin Ruel, the other 5 carries for 21 yards. They clicked off 7 first downs, 2 of 6 on third down, 1 of 3 on fourth down. And again, one of those 2 fourth down stops by the Vikings turned into their touchdown. The Vikings, 88 yards of offense. 60 on the ground, 28 through the air. Again, that was the only pass completion either way. The touchdown from Schwartz to Wild. 0 of 4 on third down. The Vikings are 1 of 2 on fourth down, and again, that fourth down preceded the touchdown pass. On the ground, Schwartz, 10 carries, 39 yards. Adrian Brenner, a couple of carries, 22 yards. 3 touches on the ground, 4 yards for Parker Mullenbach, taking the place of the injured Cole Keifenheim, the team's leading rusher, and 1 touch on the ground for Frankie Wiedemeyer. He lost 5 yards. Caleb Wild, the 1 catch for 28 yards. And the touchdown, 4 first downs for the Vikings, 1 of 4 through the air. Schwartz for those 28 yards. He also has thrown 2 interceptions. And the other thing, of course, that I'm going to immediately throw the jinx in, Brad, not a single flag in the first half either way.
Wow, you did jinx it because I didn't even notice that. But that's some clean football. That's some great football. That's some great high school football. If you're here watching the game live or listening on YouTube, what a better game than this. First round playoffs. One of these teams, their seniors are probably never going to put a football helmet on. It's different than any other sport. In basketball, you lose your last game senior in basketball, you can play at the YMCA. If you're a baseball player, your last game of your senior year baseball, you can still play slow pitch softball. Heck, in last year of golf, you can play golf the rest of your life, Scott. But in football, 99% of these seniors will never put a football helmet on the rest of their lives. This is a big moment for them. Someone's got to dig deep and win this game to extend their season another week.
Halftime updates on a few other games across Radio Plus Info tonight. It's roughly the half. Fond du Lac at Franklin. That was 7-7 early in the second quarter. Franklin has opened things up. Sabres lead that one now 28-7. It was into the half as well down the road in Mayville. That, again, a Division 4 2-7 matchup. Mayville had a 28-0 lead. Again, that game featured 2 99-yard touchdown drives for the Cardinals as they have Waupun shut out. Waupun, again, regardless really for them at this point, it has been a long time for the Warriors since they have played well enough to get into the playoffs. Downhill to 20 years, so they're making some recent history for them, almost a generation worth.
This is really good for Waupun and their school to get in the playoffs, but Mayville is no joke. They are a tough team. Not only are they good in offense, but their defense is probably the best defense in the whole flyway, and that's why they won a share of the conference championships this year. They shared it with Elmira and St. Marie Springs, a 3-way tie.
The winner tonight gets the winner of Lake Country Lutheran and Watertown Luther Prep. That's a 3-6 game, and Ledger fans are going to be familiar with Lake Country Lutheran. That's a team that the Ledgers see frequently early in a game this year that the Ledgers were able to win.
The Ledgers took care of business early this year. That was their first game of the season. Lake Country Lutheran has an electric quarterback. He didn't play very well that first game, and the Ledgers' defense was very stout, but he has really picked it up and really played well. If they win that first round and the Ledgers are able to win this game, that'll be a rematch from week 1. But I don't think the Ledgers should be looking ahead at all because they have their hands tied here with a 7-7 game. WLA has got them on the ropes.
And something you said at the beginning, expecting completely a different game, and you heard Coach Lair talk about this at the beginning as well. If a couple of things would have worked well on the end of the first half, beginning of the second half, it almost could have went the other way for the Vikings, throwing an interception late and allowing the Ledgers to get it to midfield. But the Viking defense stood tall, and now we'll see if their defense is up to the task again. Other than those 3 plays, the fourth down run by Anderson and the 2 Stellmacher runs that covered 31 yards to the end zone, it's been a stout defense, one that's turned away the Ledgers twice on fourth downs. Schwartz with a long run-up, and we're about to start the second half. Here we go, a spinning, driving kick to the far side. Ruel will take it on a hop at the 3-yard line. Up the field 10, 15 following a wall to the 20, and he's roped down across the 20, shy of the 25-yard line.
Not very good field position for the Ledgers. Braden Freund missed his block. He was the lead blocker there. He's taken the lead from Noah Mall. Noah Mall's out tonight, so Braden Freund was the lead blocker. Missed his block. Corbin Ruel got lit up, so to speak, and they're going to have a 75-yard drive if they want to score in this opening drive of the second half here.
They're going to spot it just shy of the 24. So it'll be first and 10, tie game at 7. It'll be Beagle wide to the right. Rebeck to the left. Stellmacher, he left the game midway through the second quarter. And he's got it, and he is strung out down the line. WLA Gannon Schwartz was the beneficiary of some good work off the left side of the defensive line. Looked like Mason Faust was there to first string it out.
Great defense by WLA. They clogged up the middle, making Will Stellmacher bounce outside. The corners, Gannon Schwartz cleaned it up. Tackle for no gain.
Well, again, Stellmacher went out, midway through the second quarter and did not come back on the field. Good to see him back out there.
And again, Van Anderson was 0 for 6 in the first half. The Ledgers have 0 yards passing in the whole half.
Anderson out of the gun, Stellmacher to his left. Snap to him, fake to Stellmacher. Throwing left, Highland the catch at the 23-yard line. A single block by Beekle up the sideline. Push out of bounds near the stick.
That was the play they tried to run in the first half, but for some reason, Ben Anderson pumped it to Brody Highland and didn't throw in the first half. Now he threw it out there, big play. Now it's 3rd and short.
So 3rd down. Ledgers were 2 of 6 on this down in the first half. Opening minute of the third quarter. Quest Interior scoreboard says a tie game at 7. Fondy down in Franklin, starting the second half down 28-7. Mayville starting the second half at Ray Dunn, and Mayville up 28-0 in that 2-7 game over Waupun. Snap to Anderson on 3rd and short. Stellmacher into the pile. It pushes forward, very close. Looks as though the spot should be enough.
To give you some background on the WLA defense, they only have 2 seniors starting, 8 juniors and 1 sophomore. Almost that entire defense is coming back. So the Flyway better wake up and notice the WLA Vikings. They're not only going to contend for the conference championship next year, but they probably could win it.
Nose of the football, referees say enough. They move the chains. It's a first down. Ledgers click it off. They had 7 of them in the first half. But most of the damage, again, was done on 3 plays on the first drive, and then everything else was between the 30s. Highland in motion around the formation. Anderson faking, setting up an option with Highland. Waiting, shoulder shake, good move at the 40. Now he pitches to Highland up the sideline into Viking territory, dragged down from behind by Wiedemeyer.
That's a perfectly legal play. As long as that Ben Anderson's throwing it behind him, he can throw it as he passes or past the line of scrimmage. Great. That's called lead option. Great option by Ben Anderson. Brody Highland got another 5-6 yards after the pitch.
And it also takes some wherewithal for the option man following to make sure he stays behind the man with the ball.
It's called pitch relationship. That pitch man's got to make sure he doesn't get too close to Anderson or too far away. And you got to remember, you're running towards the sideline. You're running out every step. You're running out of more and more grass.
22 yards into Viking territory to the 43, 1st and 10. Anderson sending Highland in motion again. They fake there. Stellmacher threw a leg tackle inside the 40. Dropped there at about the 37-yard line, gain of about 6.
And that's Spencer Laird, number 10, the inside linebacker. He's 5'11", 165, but Will Stellmacher said, hey, look, I'm going to give you a little ride. You can hang on to my leg, but I'm going to take you for another 2 yards. That's exactly what Stellmacher did. He gained 3 yards to contact, gained another 2 after contact.
Gain of about 5. Splits the difference as we're 2 minutes into the third quarter.
It seems to me the Ledgers are going to ride Will Stellmacher this half. He dislocated one of his fingers in the first half, but they taped him up, popped it back in. He's ready to play. He's good to go.
Rebeck left, Highland and Beekle to the right. And they give it to Stellmacher, following, blocking off the right side through a one-arm tackle, through 2 arm tackles, out around the 30-yard line. That's enough for the first down, gain of about 8.
That play is called fullback trap right, and the left guard, the far side guard, is Jack Pels. He's pulling behind the center, and that's great running by Will Stellmacher. He was patient, let Jack Pels hit that defense lineman. That sprung Will Stellmacher for another first down, Ledgers.
3 first downs on the drive. Addish and Jones moving the chains for the Ledgers. Call Addish and Jones and call the movers. To the right of Anderson is Stellmacher. Rebeck to the right. Handoff. That's Highland. Highland is going to be roped down. Nicely done. Cooper Schwalbe again. We've said his name a few times on the squeeze. No gain.
Now that's called slot trap right. The same thing. Jack Pels, the far side guard. He's pulling, and he's the lead blocker for Brody Hound, number 5. But Brody Hound didn't have as much room to run there like Stellmacher did the previous play. That was negative 1 yards. Now the Ledgers are behind the sticks. Now we got 2nd and 11.
So again, 0 of 6 through the air was Anderson in the first half. Has already completed a pass on this drive. That's Beekle and Rebeck to the left, Highland to the right. Anderson quarterback keep following Stellmacher, driving forward, dragging a man through the zone, Spencer Lair. And it's short of the first down, short of the 25-yard line, 3rd about 5.
If you're wondering if the Ledgers are in field goal range, their kicker, number 61, Bentley Coots, can kick about a 45-yarder. Right now, if they don't get any yards, they're at the 26, that's 36, that'd be about a 42-yarder. This is within his range. Now, the wind, Scott, is a little bit at his back. He's going to have if the Ledgers do kick a field goal, they'll have the wind at their back. I think they're going to try to run the ball here, get a few more yards. If they don't get a first down, either go for it or kick it.
He's hit 3 field goals. 2 of them have come in the last moments. And down goes Stellmacher. That decision's going to come up. as Orville Bloom was there to throw him to the turf.
I tell you what, number 79, Orville Bloom, I was so impressed with him last week. I think he's one of the best linemen I've seen in the whole conference, and he's only a sophomore. WLA usually runs to his side. He will either be the right tackle or the left tackle, and if you watch every single play, 99% of the time, they run to his side. He's the 79, 6'3", 255, but he's very fleet of foot. He's very athletic. They're going for it.
And he's a tough guy to miss, and a big anchor in the middle of that 3-down lineman spot. Yeah, they say he actually lost a yard. The clock continues to tick.
I think if the Ledgers would have gained a couple yards, they could be kicking it here, but they actually went backwards, and they're just too close to not being in field goal range. They're going to try to go for it, 4th and 6.
So here we go. Snap to Anderson, 4th and 6. Backside pressure picked up. Deep shot, left side, one-on-one. Beekle, jump ball, knocked away in the end zone. McCauley got his paw in there to knock it away from Beekle.
And Beekle was just running out of real estate there. The back of the end zone was creeping up on him really fast. Ledgers are going to turn it over on downs.
So for the third time tonight, the Ledgers turn it over on downs on what began as a promising drive. They took 4.5 minutes off the clock, and the Vikings stand tall and take over.
Again, I got to go back 2 weeks ago when the Ledgers played Mayville here at Fruth Field. Mayville went for it on 4th down 4 times. It only was successful 1 time. That was the whole game. Mayville actually outplayed the Ledgers. I thought they played better than the Ledgers other than those 3 times they got stopped in 4th down. The Ledgers are going for broke again. Again, not successful much in 4th down for the Ledgers.
Wiedemeyer and McCauley to the right. Now they add Wild to that group to make a trio to Schwartz's right. He's alone in the backfield. They faked what looked like might have been a screen. Instead, Schwartz burrows into the pile, and it looks as though they'll give him the 30, a gain of 3.
Well, it really couldn't have been a pass. One of the receivers came off late, didn't even know the play. It was kind of like everyone in the crowd knew Gannon Schwartz was getting the ball.
Well, he sold me on the fact that it might have been a screen.
I think if you predict Gannon Schwartz with the run, you're successful 85% of the time. You don't even have to look at the sticks. He's 85% of their offense.
That was a gain of about 2, 2nd and 8. Nose of the football on the Viking 30-yard line. This time Schwartz has Mullenbach to his left, Wild to the left, and a double handoff coming inside.
Great by number 60. Cannon Cluck got low, did not let the offense lineman get into him, shedded his block and made the tackle. Great play. Now the Ledgers are in the driver's seat. Now we got 3rd and long. WLA does not like to pass. They would much rather have 3rd and short to run the ball. But now this is a passing down. Let's see if Gannon Schwartz can get it done.
That was Adrian Brenner. Again, no Cole Keifenheim, team's leading rusher as far as yards go. So the fact that both teams have had to go deep into the depths of their playing roster this week.
And again, they have not targeted Miles McCulley. He's the far side wide receiver. He's number 15 on the far side.
Alone in the shotgun is Schwartz. They send Brenner in motion left to right. Schwartz, shoulder shake. Now he puts it down to run. Through an arm tackle, 35-40. He's got the first down, bursting into Ledger territory near the 45-yard line.
Well, that's Gannon Schwartz, electric. He's much more terrorizing on the defense with his legs and his arm, and that time he got it done. First down, big first down. Not only did they stop on 4th down and got the ball, but now the Vikings are driving.
23 yards on 3rd and 8 into Ledger territory at the 46.
And that was Ben Anderson who made the tackle but pulled up lame a little bit. Ledgers have to get off the field. They have 12 men on the field. Better hurry up.
And if Anderson doesn't make the tackle, Schwartz is walking in the end zone. As they got movement on the left side, so it'll be a false start. And again, it took 7 minutes to end the jinx.
Yeah.
First flag of the game.
A mental mistake. The left tackle closest to us just jumped. He just thought it was on set, and it was really not on set.
So procedure penalty, again, that's the first flag of the game either way. That moves it back 5. It puts it back in Viking territory at the 49, 1st and 15. 5.5 clock rolls in the 3rd quarter. Tie game at 7, Quest Interior scoreboard. That's Wild to the left, McCauley to the right, Brenner wing to the right, Mullenbach to Schwartz's left. And they give it to him. Actually, that is going to be Wiedemeyer, who snuck into the backfield. He gets back the penalty yards, back to the line of scrimmage, originally at the 46, 2nd down.
That was number 66, Billy Everson, who actually jumped on the running back's back to get him down. A great tackle from behind.
Quick moving 3rd quarter. Ledgers took the opening kick. Clicked off a couple of first downs before the Vikings stood tall and turned them over on downs for the 3rd consecutive time tonight. The drive, the results of that turnover on downs forced by the Viking defense. They'll send Wiedemeyer to the left. McCauley wide of him. Mullenbach to the right. Alone in the shotgun is Schwartz. Brenner wing to the right. 2nd and 10. Wiedemeyer in motion. And they fake to him. Quick throw. McCauley into the action now. He gets bumped by Anderson, and it takes 4 in blue to stall him at the 41-yard line. Gain of 5, 3rd and short.
Well, it took them 2.5 quarters to get the ball to McCauley, but they finally got him on a slant pass, got him in the offense. It's very important for a wide receiver like McCauley to get in the offense a little bit earlier in the game. You don't really want to wait till half of the third quarter is over, but he's now in the game. He's got a pass. Gannon Schwartz is clicking. Gannon Schwartz has outplayed Ben Anderson thus far in this game, but we got a quarter and a half yet to figure out who's going to win this game. This has been a battle from the start.
The Vikings, again, you set it off the top. You throw out the records. Vikings with a very young team lost a lot of seniors. They've learned something from last week, and they're applying their trade here tonight. Schwartz in the shotgun. Double handoff. Brenner working through traffic. He's spun down inside the 35. He should have the first down. Good spot. He's got it.
That's that same play that ran 12 times last week. That's a kind of a counter where they're handing the ball off going left, and that same running back hands it off going right, and the Ledgers have not been able to answer that tonight. It was a very successful play in the first half last week, but then the Ledgers made some changes during halftime, and it really shut it down in the second half. Obviously, it was a shutdown because it was 37-7, but tonight, WLA has been running that play with much more success.
Wild and McCauley to the left. Wiedemeyer to the right. Brenner wing to the right. Schwartz alone in the gun on first down. He got 7 on that carry, did Brenner. Wiedemeyer in motion. This time they give it to him. They'll flip it now. McCauley looking to throw. He steps, he throws, and it's dropped by Mookie. He had it all alone at the 30.
Now, Miles McCauley was scheduled to be the quarterback this year. He can throw. Look at him. He's 6'4", 200 pounds. He's got a quarterback-type frame, right? So Miles McCauley definitely can throw deep. He was looking for either Gannon Schwartz, but he elected to go short. Unfortunately for the WLA Vikings, dropped.
Usually a play like that, your first look is deep, but nothing was available that time.
Touchdown to check down, but it's not easy to throw the ball. I mean, Miles McCauley didn't throw the ball in warm-ups. He didn't throw during halftime. Now he's expected to throw a 35-yard bomb on the money. That's not that easy to do.
Wild, McCauley, and Wiedemeyer to the left. Brenner wing to the right. Alone in the shotgun is Schwartz. 2nd and 10 inside the Ledger 35. The handoff almost looked like Brenner almost dropped it. He's stalled short of the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long.
I'm not sure who to give that tackle to, the WLA offensive line or number 44 Tate Schufts, because the running back for the Vikings actually ran into his own blockers, and then Tate Schufts just cleaned things up.
Now as we tick under 3 minutes left in the third quarter, again, regardless of what this play does, unless he loses a bunch or the Vikings lose a bunch on this play, thinking 2-down territory here because you're running out of time.
I don't know about that, Scott. If I'm the WLA coach, if I'm Coach Lair, I'm pinning the Ledgers deep because both teams really haven't shown me that they can drive 60, 70, 80 yards.
We'll see what side of the coin this falls on. The Vikings converting would get rid of that thought. 3rd and 12. They motion Wiedemeyer. They'll throw it to him on a screen. He got blocks outside, but excellent
Brody Highland.
Done. Brody Highland.
Again, Brody Highland saving the game for his grandfather, Bob Highland. Now remember, Bob Highland has 522 victories. State record. Number 3 in the country. If they lose tonight, his season is not only over, but he's retiring. So this season is going to end. Brody Highland is going to try to get his grandpa one more game and a game after that. Because if you win, you advance. If you lose, you go home.
So Highland makes the stop. If he doesn't, Wiedemeyer probably gets the first down. He had real estate in front of him.
And Brody Highland's done that 4 times tonight. Touchdown saving tackles.
But this sets up at least a good enough look to go for it, which is what the Vikings are going to do. We're under 2 minutes left in the third.
Well, we don't know if they're going for it yet because they run the same formation, either punt or go for it.
Well, Schwartz hasn't backed out, and they're going to go. Schwartz rolling, immediate pressure up the sideline, inside the 30, diving forward, depends on the spot.
He's short.
They're going to mark him out shy of the 25.
And he had to get to the 20, past the 25. He did not. It's a Ledger football.
He needed 5 and got 4. So a turnover on downs with 1:35 left in the third. We remain tied at 7.
And the Ledgers loss contained number 66, Billy Everson. For as athletic as he is and as fast as he is, he's not as fast as Gannon Schwartz. Gannon Schwartz got outside of Billy, but luckily for the Ledgers, the rest of the other 10 defenders were able to swarm to the ball, and just enough. That could be write that play down, Scott. If they got a first down there, the Ledgers were really tired, on their heels. Now Ledger football. Let's see what the Ledgers can do.
So they take over at their own 26. Anderson out of the gun, Stellmacher to his right. Highland right, Beekle and Rebeck to the left. They fake to Stellmacher, back to pass Anderson, throwing into traffic. Tipped, intercepted tip ball, and the Vikings get it right back inside the 35.
Wow. And there really wasn't anything there. I don't think Jackson Sobel, number 45, the sophomore, was open. It was an ill-advised pass in what I could see. Wow, the Vikings are going to get the ball right back. They lost momentum. Now they gain it right back. And now the Ledger's defense has got to go back out there. It's so tiring to play defense, to rush the quarterback and try to contain a guy like Gannon Schwartz. He runs like a rabbit. He's just all over the place. It's hard to get him down.
Well, again, not only does he do that before you tackle him, but when he knows the tackle's coming, he turns into a hammer.
Number 30, Lucas Babler, sophomore, is in there for outside linebacker. He's one of the fastest sophomores in the school.
Wiedemeyer to the left. He'll go in motion left to right. Snap to Schwartz. Fake to Wiedemeyer. Schwartz trying to hop near side right. Stays in bounds before he's thrown down inside the 30. Shy of the 25, call it the 27, a gain of about 5.
And that's Cale Krusek on the outside there. He's got to keep contained so Gannon Schwartz doesn't get outside. This game is going to come down to, can the Ledgers contain? By contain, I mean Gannon Schwartz cannot get outside. He cannot get outside the Ledgers defense to the sideline. You got to flush him inside so the linebackers, that's the leading tacklers for linebackers. I know Maul's not playing tonight, but Tate Schufts and Braden Freund, they're the inside linebackers. They got to get the tackles. Everyone's got to funnel Gannon Schwartz to the inside.
Mayville's now gone up 35-0 late in the third quarter at Ray Dunn. The clock has gone run. Here it's a dogfight, 2nd and 5, a minute 22 left in the third in a tie game on that Quest Interior scoreboard. They motion Mullenbach. They'll throw it to him again. Same screen, but Mullenbach dropped it.
Now that ball was almost thrown behind Schwartz. If it was thrown behind Schwartz, that would have been a fumble, but it was thrown. There was a good call by the referees. It was thrown forward, so it was incomplete. So they're going to replay this down and about 3rd and 5 here.
So this, again, the result of about a 3-play sequence where the Vikings were stopped about a yard short on a 4th down try, 4th and about 8. And then the ensuing play after, Ben Anderson gets his pass tipped and intercepted. Now we're at 3rd and 5. The Vikings at the Ledger 27. And 3 of 3 is Schwartz on field goals this year.
And he's getting very close to being in his range. Now he's going to have to kick a little bit in the wind here. There's a minute and 20 left with it incomplete. The clock's not running.
Here's the snap upcoming. Receiver right, Mookie. Snap to Schwartz. Schwartz waiting for a hole to develop. Not much does. He slithers through, diving forward. All Gannon Schwartz. He might have enough.
Wow, what a great run by Schwartz. Not only did he just break 3 tackles, but he put his head down, and that was just a monster play. Reminded me of Sawyer Harvesty for Mayville or Will Stelmacher for St. Mary Springs, putting his head down, running guys over. Number 5, Gannon Schwartz. He's not a very big guy. He's only 5'9", 155, Scott. That's pretty small. That's pretty small for even a quarterback, but he's running hard tonight.
I think he got lower than a couple of the guys that were trying to hit him, and he again slithered through, got near the 20. It was enough for the first down. Addison Jones moving the chains for the Vikings.
They run this formation a lot with trips to the near side here. They run it almost every play.
Wiedemeyer's the middle man, and again they back Mullenbach out. They fake it to him, weak near side or far side. Schwartz again proving difficult to get down, working his way inside the 15, near the 13, close to another first.
The Ledger's got to figure out a way to spy and stop Gannon Schwartz. Gannon Schwartz is getting the ball 85% of the time. They got trips here to the near side, but they're not throwing the ball. They're trying to run the ball to Schwartz, and he's getting outside. He's not getting contained by the Ledger's defense.
But throwing it this way twice to that middle man in that trio is at least making 1 or 2 guys respect it.
They got it. The Ledgers got to be honest. It's 16 seconds of the quarter here, and they're going to let the ball go to the quarter here. 7-7. We're going to switch sides here.
So that's going to end the third quarter. The Vikings on the move, on the road, technically, as we go to the fourth quarter in a tie game in this Division 5 Level 1 playoff. We're back for the fourth after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Join Ahern and build a better future. Ahern is a mechanical fire protection and fabrication contractor that's been doing business in the community for over 143 years. They're now hiring and typically recruit over 180 positions across the company. Trades, apprenticeships, office professionals, internships, and more. Log on aherncareers.com to learn about the company and the positions they're looking to fill. Build a better future for yourself and your community. Go Ledgers from Ahern.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
For over 70 years, Capelli Brothers in Diedrich's been a trusted partner in the area. Carpenters, masons, and laborers, highly skilled. Their attention to detail shown in every project. See their excellent work at CapelliDiedrich.com. They are a proud sponsor of high school sports. Here we go, Brad. Fourth quarter, tie game at 7. Vikings on the move.
The Ledgers are shaking things up. They're putting 5 down linemen. That's 5 guys with their hands in the dirt trying to get Gannon Schwartz down. They're trying to stop the run.
Mullenbach flanks Schwartz to his left. Schwartz back to pass, throwing McCulley one-on-one, leaping. Did he come down? He did! Touchdown, Vikings, back of the end zone.
And I was waiting for that play to happen last week. It never quite happened. Miles McCulley, 6'4", going against a 5'9", Joey Kuhn, a sophomore. That's a mismatch on paper. Joey Kuhn's been stopping him up to that play.
So even though the Vikings didn't score on the drive before, they turned it over on downs. The following offensive play by the Ledgers was an interception on a tip ball, and the Vikings turned that short field 32 yards into a Miles McCauley touchdown catch and the lead.
And it's silent here at Fruth Field. The Ledgers sideline is pretty stunned.
McCauley will place the kick by Schwartz. A big one here to open the fourth. The Vikings just taking the lead to open the fourth quarter. Snap is high, placement made. Schwartz's kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 Quest Interior scoreboard. Vikings take the lead after losing by 30 here a week ago in the playoffs tonight. We're back shortly on Radio Plus Sports.
Here we go.
The innovation you've been waiting for is here. Built on the 16X Cheez-It platform, it's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a Cheez-It tostada possible and cheesy enough to power the Crunch Wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
Five plays, 32 yards. Vikings turn an interception into a touchdown. Gannon Schwartz to Miles McCauley, extra point. 14-7 Vikings, Quest Interior scoreboard. Schwartz lines the troops. Kuhn and Rebeck and Ruel deep. Caught at the 5-yard line, up the field 10, 15, 20. And right there is where Wild squeezes it. The ball hit the deck, it looks like. If it did, it stayed in the Ledgers' possession. 11 seconds into the fourth quarter, and the Vikings have taken the lead after their defense turned over the Ledgers for the first time, I guess, officially, but you count those, basically those fourth down turnovers as turnovers a lot of coaches do as well.
Absolutely, and that was a fumble, luckily for the Ledgers, number 15, the sophomore Jack McGuire, who actually snaps on punts and extra points and field goals. He actually recovered it.
So the Ledgers now in arrears from their own 25 with just under 12 minutes left in a season. Rebeck to the left. Highland and Garver Beekle to the right. Stellmacher flanking Anderson to his left. Option, the pitch from Anderson to Stellmacher, and he is gang tackled going nowhere. Maybe a yard, if that.
And the WLA sidelines, you can kind of see the excitement over there, and they can kind of smell it. They got the lead, and they're really swarming to the ball. The Ledgers don't have much going on offense here, and the Ledgers haven't really had much going on offense all night. They had the fake punt, and Stellmacher's had a couple good runs, but other than that, not much going on, especially in the passing game. 1 for 7 so far passing? No, 1 for 8.
After that first drive, again, when Anderson faked and had a 21-yard run on the fourth down play and Stellmacher had 31 yards and 2 carry, the longest play was a Stellmacher 11-yard run 2 drives later. 2nd and 10, back to pass. Stelma, I should say, that's caught by Rebeck from Anderson. Out of bounds around the 35 to the 36. Should be enough for a first.
That was a perfect ball by Ben Anderson. Threw it right where he needed to do, right towards the sideline. Kirill Rebeck got the ball and gained another 3 yards after the catch. Big first down. The Ledgers needed that. They needed something to kind of get a little pep to their step, so to speak, and kind of get the ball rolling and kind of the momentum off the Viking side and onto their side.
Addison Jones moving the chains again for the Ledgers. Call Addison Jones and then call the movers. A minute gone by, fourth quarter. WLA with a 14-7 lead. Beekle short side left. Single receiver to the right, double tight. Highland in motion, and they give it to him left to right through a leg tackle in the backfield. Again, the Vikings all over, swarming White, and he's dropped, no gain.
Now, one thing to notice, Brody Highland is not wearing his cast. This is his first game in 6 games that he's got his cast off.
And we have a timeout as there is a injured Viking on the field. Just over a minute gone by in the fourth quarter. We'll take the quick timeout as well. Vikings lead at 14-7. Quest Interior scoreboard. Back in a bit on Radio Plus Sports.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
That was Eli Mookie who was able to get up off the field under his own power, thankfully. Here we go, back to it. 2nd and 10, Ledgers on offense, trailing 14-7. Snap to Anderson, looks left, same play. Rebeck, same result. Gets by the defender this time, into Viking territory. He's got a block from Sobel, trying to read it, 35-30. Dragged down from behind by Wiedemeyer. A huge rip, the biggest one of the night.
I'm not sure who I'm more impressed with. Was it Khalil Rebeck with a great running or number 45, Jackson Sobel with a great blocking? Khalil Rebeck was looking like a running back there. He was using 45, the sophomore, Jackson Sobel, to get Gannon Schwartz going one way or the other. Gain another 20 yards after the catch. Great play by everyone involved.
38-yard pitch and catch, and Rebeck got about 28 of them on his own.
And Rebeck has been behind Maul, and Maul is the leading receiver going into the game, but now Maul's not playing tonight. Rebeck, the senior, stepping up.
Rebeck and Sobel to the left. Beekle and Highland to the left, and again, that's Sobel and Rebeck to the right. There's Highland in motion. Stelmach, I should say, Anderson fakes. He's into the secondary, spun down, dragged down from behind, initially contacted inside by Orville Bloom, but a pretty good rip of 8.
You know, I talked about it earlier in the game. If you were a Ledger fan or a Ledger player, who would you vote for the most improved player? Tate Schoofs? You also could get some argument that Khalil Rebeck, number 8, is the most improved player. Last year, not many receptions. This year, 2nd in the team receptions, and now 2 of the best receptions of his whole season this year, back-to-back.
We tick to 9:40 left in the fourth. Vikings lead. Ledgers trying to answer. Highland and Beekle to the right. Rebeck to the left.
This ball's going to Stelmacher.
Stelmacher flanking Anderson to his right out of the shotgun. 2nd and 2 inside the Viking 20. Back to pass. Throws under duress. That ball was knocked around. Coming back and making the catch. Highland saves it. It's going to end up being a first down.
Brody Highland saved his best game of the season for tonight. He is on offense and defense doing an excellent job. Very little things like that. I mean, to catch a ball that's deflected, that's very awareness thinking. He's a grandson of a coach and a son of a coach. Because Coach Highland's son, Robbie Highland, also is on the coaching staff. So lots of football at the dinner table at those families.
On what could have been disaster as Anderson's arm was hit on the throw, Highland comes back for it. It was enough for the first down, gain of 5 inside the 15 to the 13. We're 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Ledger's trying to get into the end zone, give themselves a chance to at least tie.
They have not given the ball to Stelmacher lately. Look for Stelmacher to get the ball here sooner than later.
He took the first carry of the drive, and that's been it. Option. Stelmacher blocking for Anderson. This time he is spilled as he drops to a knee inside the 10 around the 9-yard line.
Scott, I don't think that actually was an option. Will Stelmacher was not in the pitch, man. He actually just took off and was blocking. That looked like a quarterback run all the way.
2nd down, about 5. Inside the 10, they'll give him near the 9. Easily 4-down territory here as we're nearing 8 minutes. Ledger's likely not going to get more than one possession after this, depending upon what the Vikings do on an answer. At the 9, Ledgers can get a first down around the 4. Handoff, Stelmacher. Into the pile he goes, driving forward. Inside the 5, he's near the first down. He might have it.
Stelmacher was like, don't forget about me, coaches. I can run the ball. He ran a great first half and a great game last week. In fact, like I said, he was my player of the game last week. He really ran hard. Hasn't got a lot of touches in the second half since he got that injured finger.
He got 7. First down, 1st and goal. at around the 3-yard line. Under 8 left in the fourth.
If I'm the Ledger's offense coordinator, I get this ball to Stelmacher. He always goes for it. He very rarely loses yards.
See how tight the Vikings pack it. 1st and goal. Ledger's trying to answer. Down 7. Handoff, Stelmacher. He is driven down. He hit the wall and went nowhere. Maybe fell forward for 1. They'll give him 1. Pretty good stand in the middle of that line by the men in white and silver of the Vikings.
The Ledgers try to catch the WLA Vikings off guard a little bit. They came out of the huddle really quick, got down in their stance really quick, trying to catch the WLA Vikings, maybe without a mouth guard, maybe not down a 3-point stance. Try to get a really quick count there. Stelmacher couldn't get much.
So 2nd and goal, right around the 3, maybe the 4-yard line. Beekle and Highland to the right, Rebeck to the left. Anderson following Stelmacher, left side, driving into the end zone, and we're a kick away from a tie. Huge answer for the Ledgers.
Not to put any extra pressure on the sophomore snapper, the sophomore holder, the sophomore kicker, but this is the biggest kick of Bentley Coots' young life. He's a sophomore. He's never really had a big-time kick. Most of the games have been out of reach.
So Coots will try and tie it. 14-13 Quest Interior scoreboard. Clean snap, kick. Just like in practice, we're back to even with about 6:30, 6:40 left in the fourth. Tie game, 14 Quest Interior scoreboard. We will keep this one here and tell you that high school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com, presented by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors. It's Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellistad. Edward Jones making sense out of investments. 10 plays, 75 yards, almost 5 minutes off the clock, and the Ledgers, for the first time really since that first drive, showed some signs of life offensively. They tie the game at 14.
Well, that looked like the Ledgers offense that I'm used to watching. Very equal, running and passing. Ben Anderson hitting his route, his receivers in route with perfect precision. Will Stelmacher running hard. Ben Anderson running hard. That was Ledger offense. However, that was the first time I've really seen a good balance of that all night long. They needed it because without that drive, the Ledgers were against the wall. Now it's tied up. Now it's back to 0-0 basically.
So 6:47, they put some time back up on the clock. So Coots will have the ball on the tee. And it'll be Schwartz awaiting deep.
And I did mention in the pregame that way the WLA Vikings can steal this victory is a touchdown by Gannon Schwartz in a kickoff return or punt return. He hasn't broke one yet, but he's got 3 touchdowns on the season. It's only a matter of time before he springs one.
So Coots with the troops lined. We'll see how he approaches, again, positioning the kick. They've kicked to the wide side of the field away from Schwartz, and this time they'll bring it near side. Schwartz up under it at the 15-yard line. A couple of blockers in front, 25-30, and he is squeezed there by a trio shy of the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Vikings, tie game.
And that's number 27, Corbin Ruel. I said in the pregame that he's going to be a deciding factor in this game. Is he going to step up and be that player that we all know he can be? So far, I've called his name quite a bit tonight. And again, on a nice tackle on the kickoff. WLA does this after a kickoff return. They all huddle up there by the coach, and they don't come back behind the ball. They just all rush out, line up, and go. And like I said, watch number 79. That's Orville Bloom. Wherever he is, that's usually where WLA runs the ball. If he's the left tackle, they'll run left. If he's the right tackle, they'll run right.
Braxton Reibel, again, was a guy who's been a good anchor on that offensive line, questionable coming in.
This time, Bloom is on the far side. He's in their left side, Ledger's right side.
And Reibel's to the right. Shotgun for Schwartz. Mullenbach flanks him left. Twins left. Looked like movement, but no call. Again, there's that wide receiver screen to Wiedemeyer, and he was unable to get through a leg tackle, loss of about 3.
Yeah, I thought one of the offensive linemen jumped a little bit too fast, but not fast enough, apparently.
So a loss of 3 for Wiedemeyer. Clock will roll. We're under 6.5 left in the fourth. Quest Interior scoreboard is all knotted at 14.
And no big plays yet. You know, they had that big 40-yard pass to Caleb Wild in the first half, but no big runs on either team. It's only a matter of time before Gannon Schwartz. And Gannon Schwartz is more likely to spring one long in the fourth quarter when the defense is tired than the first, second, or third quarter. Here we go.
Wiedemeyer right. Brenner wing to the right. McCauley wide to the left. Alone in the shotgun is Schwartz, 2nd and 13. Brenner switches sides left to right. Schwartz doesn't follow Brenner. Shoulder shake along the 25, trying to hop outside. Does so initially. Chopped down across the 35-yard line. That was Joey Kuhn,
number 83, and that's how Joey Kuhn tackles. He doesn't wrap up and put his shoulder in. He gets you right by the shins and hits you low, takes your feet out from you, and gets a tackle. It looks like Gannon Schwartz, little gimpy getting up after that tackle.
A gain of 6, 3rd down and 7. WLA 3 of 4 on 3rd down in this half. This is their 5th try. We're at 5:40 left in the 4th.
It's a big down here. I mean, if you don't get it, you go for it, Scotty. You almost got to, because if you punt back to the Ledgers could run out the clock with a couple first downs.
It's a tie game, not trailing. That'll probably influence it as well. Shotgun Schwartz. Mullenbach flanks him left, and we get a whistle, and somebody blew a timeout. Vikings call the timeout there first of the half. Tie game, 5:23 left in the 4th. We'll take a quick TO as well at Fruth. Back after this, Radio Plus Sports.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Out of a WLA timeout, their first of the half. 5:23 left in a tie game in the 4th at Fruth. Division 5 Level 1 playoff. Schwartz out of the gun. Mullenbach to his right. McCauley to the left. Brenner wing to the left. Wiedemeyer to the right. Snap to Schwartz. They fake to Mullenbach. The pass left side. Jump ball. McCauley's extending, making the catch at midfield. Move the chain.
Wow, Miles McCauley acting like it's basketball season, going up like he's getting the rebound. 2 defenders, 2 basketball players, might I add. Ben Anderson, number 1, and number 83, Joey Kuhn, all will play Miles McCauley in the basketball court. That looked like just a rebound that Miles McCauley wanted more and got it.
13 yards on 3rd and 7 to midfield. Move the chains for the Vikings. We tick to 5 left in the 4th. Again, these two teams played a week ago. It was 37-7 Ledgers last week. Here it's a dogfight, and the Vikings are on the take right now. And they give it inside. That's Mullenbach, and looked like he might have been able to get through a hole. He got one and then was completely shut off immediately.
That's number 65, Caden Pitts, the senior captain. He also plays center for the offense. He was a center last year as well. Caden Pitts, first team all-conference last year in defense. One of the biggest tackles of the season right there. He got him all armed, just kind of whipped him right down. It was a great tackle by 65 Pitts.
Gotta believe if you're the Vikings, you want to shorten this game. If they can hold the ball and just squeeze the air out of it and at least either get to overtime, missing a chance to score, or with a chance to win. 2nd and 9, 49-yard line, Ledger territory. Wiedemeyer in motion. They fake to him. Schwartz keeps, squares up, falls forward. Short gain, maybe the 47. It'll be 3rd and long.
Again, the inside linebackers for the Ledgers starting to do what they do all week long. Inside linebackers, that was number 44, Tate Schoofs, with another tackle. And I tell you what, Tate Schoofs leading the league, leading the team in tackling, to 3rd in the conference with 83 tackles on the season going in tonight.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 7. We're under 3:40 left in the 4th. He thought after that Ledger score they might get one more possession. Their defense is going to have to come up to try and give them that possession. Alone in the gun is Schwartz. Twins right. Brenner in motion left to right. Snap to Schwartz. He waits, waiting for a hole to develop. Shoulder shake at the 47. Through an arm tackle. He got the first down. One man to beat up the sideline. He shakes that man loose. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Vikings.
Well, we knew it was only a matter of time before Gannon Schwartz went long, and there it is. That could be the deciding factor of the game. Now only 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game. I see no flags. Touchdown Vikings.
Gannon Schwartz refusing to go down. He shook 2 defenders loose who had him twice eyed up, once before the first down and then once at about the 15-yard line.
Wow, that was a clutch run by Gannon Schwartz. That was 3rd and long. Not only did he get the first down, but he got 40 yards. He got a touchdown, put his team up by 7.
Longest play either offense of the night, 47 yards. It hits pay dirt. The Vikings go up by 6, and a big kick here by Schwartz to put them up by 7. McCauley will place the snap. Snap, placement, kick, into the air, and it is good. 21-14 Vikings. Late going in the fourth, 3:12 left in it at Fruth. We're back in a moment on Radio Plus Sports.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
3:12 left, fourth quarter. WLA retakes the lead. 6 plays, 66 yards, about 3.5 off the clock, and it was Gannon Schwartz, the last 47 on a nifty run through the Ledger secondary to pay dirt. Extra point he kicks. They lead it by 7.
And again, not only would this be the last time the seniors of the losing team play football, Bob Highland has already said he's retiring after the season. This could be Bob Highland's last game here. He's retiring after this season. So the Ledgers need to go. We'll find out how many yards to score to tie this game up, or else this is going to be a Vikings victory.
And if they do get the score again, this is all down the road, but do you go for a tie or a win? But that is yet to come. Schwartz high and end over end to the near side, and it checks up at about the 10-yard line. That is Ruel. Big hole right through the chute. He might tie it immediately. 35-40. He's got Schwartz to beat. Stiff arm in Viking territory. He stepped out of bounds.
Corbin Ruel getting to the sidelines back in this game. He wanted that ball. He got the ball, and he broke open a big one. Now the Ledgers got a short field, Scott. They only have to go about 45 yards.
That was like the Red Sea parting, only it was green, and there was nobody between the hash marks.
But that's why you have Gannon Schwartz, not only a great kicker, but he's also the safety man to make sure that nothing goes all the way deep. Gannon Schwartz super fast, of course, and a sure tackler. Made sure that the Ledgers have to earn it. Rather than get a 90-yard touchdown on a kickoff, they're going to have to go 45 yards the hard way.
Short field in Viking territory. 3:03 left in the fourth. Ledgers down 7. Highland slot left, receivers on either side. Snap to Anderson. He backs, he throws, caught along the sideline. Beekle stays in bounds. He's wrapped up by Wiedemeyer, out of bounds, inside the 30, near the 28. Move the chains.
Ben Anderson, a totally different quarterback this half than the first half. The first half he was 0 for 6. What's he this half, Scott? I think he's completed his last four passes.
Yeah, you're trusting that I did all this math along the way.
I got 4 passes. From my memory, he's got his last 4 passes all complete. It's been a while since he's had an incompletion.
17 yards to Beekle and a first down. They had 5 first downs on that last drive, did the Ledgers, that went 75 yards in 10 plays. They need another answer here. The clock stopped on the out of bounds, 2:58 left in the fourth. Ledgers down 7 on the take again. Rebeck wide right. Beekle and Highland in the slot left side. Snap to Anderson, back to pass. He steps, throws, deep shot, jump ball. Beekle off his fingertips in the back of the end zone, incomplete.
And again, incompletions, the clock stops. Anytime the ball or anytime the player goes out of bounds, the clock is also going to stop. The clock will also stop at any first downs up until the time that the chain gang gets it reset. So the Springs Ledgers have plenty of time here. They got 2 minutes, 52 seconds. They're at the 29-yard line, and they have all 3 timeouts. There's no need to rush here or panic. But they're definitely in 4-down territory. This is their final drive to save the season.
And again, now they're in position. If they can punch it in, do you tie or win? Try and go for the win at this point. The decision in somebody's back pocket on the sideline. Snap to Anderson. Fake to Stellmacher. Anderson back. Looks over the middle. Deep shot. Beekle diving off his hands. Incomplete. Just led him a bit too much.
Garber Beekle was wide open. Ben Anderson just missed him by half a yard. I don't know how that wasn't complete. Ben Wall, it was just a little bit too low to the ground. He's getting a little bit more fluff on that ball, a little bit more air of that ball. Let Garber run under it. A lot of trust in the passing game. They've ran now. They've passed now twice in this drive.
Well, and again, Wiedemeyer was the deep man, but he was about 3 yards underneath Beekle, and it was either Beekle making the spectacular play or incomplete as it was. Beekle slot right, Rebeck wide right, Highland to the left. Stellmacher flanks Anderson to his right. 2:46 left in the fourth. Seconds, 3rd down and 10 from the 28. Snap to Anderson. It's a quarterback draw. A seam opens up right side, and he is squeezed there by Spencer Larry, short of the first down at about the 22, 4th and about 3.
No need to rush. Plenty of time for the Ledgers. They have 3 timeouts.
4th and 4.
Call it 4. He got 6. No doubt here.
Bob Highland's going to call a timeout, stop the clock, and let his team get their feet under him. This is a big down. This is probably the biggest play of the whole season for the Ledgers.
We'll keep this one here. It's 4th and 4. We've got 2:25 left in the fourth. Quest Interior scoreboard shows WLA up 21-14. Now, with 2 timeouts and 2:25, if they don't get this, they might still be able to get it back. There might be just too much time for the Vikings to try and milk it out with the Ledger stopping it twice. But where do you go with this play?
You got to go. The ball's got to be in Ben Anderson's hands somehow, some way. I believe they haven't ran bootleg pass yet. That's a pass that they basically fake left run and then they roll out to the right, or they fake right run and roll out to left. That play they haven't called that play yet tonight. They really like that play. It's been a successful play in the past. Look for them to run that play if they run a pass. They also would like to get Ben Anderson the ball if they run the ball. That would be like a quarterback draw. I just do believe they're going to put Ben Anderson out in space, either let him run it or pass it.
Other scores we've been keeping an eye on. Mayville had running clock into the fourth quarter at home in that 2-7 Division 4 game, 35-0 over Waupun. It was 28-7 Franklin over Fond du Lac in that D1 1-8 matchup going into the second half. This is a 2-7 matchup, and a matchup that these two teams hooked up in on this field a week ago that the Ledgers won by 30. Now they've got to run this play and get to the sticks to keep their season alive, possibly. Anderson out of the gun. Stellmacher to his right. They fake it to him. Rolling, waiting. Anderson throwing, juggled, and caught by Highland inside the 10. Pushed out around the 5, 1st and goal.
I think that counts as 2 catches because Brody caught it, bobbled it, caught it again. The biggest catch of Brody Highland's life, possibly the best pass of Ben Anderson's life. What a big first down for the Ledgers. Now they have plenty of time, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. They're in no hurry. Absolutely no hurry, because if they don't score here, the game's going to be over. They want to give as little time to the Vikings as possible.
17 yards on 4th and 4, and there was that rollout pass. They wanted it in Anderson's hands, and they let the defender fly by.
And that was basically what I had said. They were going to fake run left, roll it to the right. That's exactly what they did for Anderson. This is the Will Stellmacher show. He's a touchdown magnet. Look for Stellmacher, number 33, to get the ball.
Beekle and Highland to the right, Rebeck to the left. And Anderson follows Stellmacher through a leg tackle near the goal line. I think he got stopped short. He did at the 6-inch line.
As long as the Ledgers get in for a touchdown, them not getting in right there is not a big deal because they're just burning more clock.
1:30 clock rolls, fourth quarter. Ledgers down 7 on the doorstep. And again, you wonder if their goal here is, if they punch it in, is it overtime or do they go for the win?
That's a great question, Scott. That's a Bob Highland decision. I think they'll just kick it and go for overtime.
Again, no hurry are the Ledgers. We tick to 1:10 left in the fourth. 2nd and goal near the 1. Ledgers on the doorstep for a chance to tie. Stellmacher to Anderson's right. Highland right. Beekle left. Anderson following Stellmacher. The hole opens. He got tripped and he's in.
Touchdown.
He fell forward. He got chopped near the goal line, but he fell forward for his touchdown.
I thought he slipped short. When he slipped, I thought he was going to be short, but he only needed about 1 yard, and he got it.
We are a kick away from a tie.
Or we're a 2-point conversion away from a win or a loss here. We'll see what happens. They have not put Bentley Coots in the game yet. Bentley Coots, number 61, he's sitting at about the 35-yard line on the sidelines. They look like they're going for 2 here.
57 seconds left in the fourth. It's a 1-point game. The Ledgers have just scored a touchdown.
Now,
and they're going to talk this over.
If I'm Bob Highland, which I'm not, I don't have 522 victories, what I would do is put my offense out there. And I would try to get the Vikings to jump off sides. If you're successful in getting them to jump off sides, now you only have to go 1.5 yards, and you really would go for it for 2. However, if the Ledgers don't get them to jump, you call a timeout before the 40-second clock, game play clock expires, and you march your kicking team out there. But this would be exciting if they do go for it. I mean, talk about our viewership would probably double if they go for it here.
So we'll stay here. Again, we're at 57 seconds left in the fourth. WLA 21, Fond du Lac Springs 20, Quest Interior scoreboard It's been a back-and-forth affair here in the second half after a 7-7 game going into the first half break. And the play that saves possibly the opportunity for the Ledgers to keep their season alive. Again, this game was a 30-point spread in favor of the Ledgers at 37-7 a week ago on this field. These two teams hook up again by virtue of the fact that the Ledgers got bumped up due to their playoff success qualifier that is in its first year of use after being instituted a couple of years ago. That's the reason the Ledgers are playing Division 5 this year. They get the matchup with WLA. Again, forget the 7th seed, they're here.
One thing to note, in a 2-point conversion, you can choose where you want the ball. The Ledgers are choosing the ball on the near side hash, not in the middle field like they normally would be if you're kicking extra point.
So they move, and they're going to go for 2. The Ledgers at least are going to set up to go for a win.
Corbin Ruel's in the backfield. Look for a screen pass to Corbin Ruel, the running back.
Ledgers going for 2. They fake. Anderson rolling. Pressure up the backfield. He's thrown down. The ball hits the deck. Incomplete. No on the 2-pointer.
No flags in the play. WLA Vikings are going to get this victory here at Fruth Field. Is there a flag? Flag in the play.
So there is a flag. It's procedure on the Ledgers.
Oh.
So the flag is on Springs. It is declined. The 2-pointer is no good. The Vikings maintain the lead with under a minute left.
In the pregame, I said if I was a Ledger player, I'd be very afraid of this game. 37-7 last week, but it was much, much closer than that. WLA, I said if I'm stock, I'm buying WLA stock because I feel like they're a team on the rise. They're a very young team, and it seems like they're picking up speed. They lost last week, but they had won the previous 3 weeks. Bob Hyland, a 54-year career, is going to be coming to an end after this game. 522 victories. It's unfathomable. 522 victories.
Well, you talk about a team with the Vikings, how they had to learn. You look at how they opened the conference season. Mayville, Lamira, Campbellsport. 3 of the top 4 teams in the conference, they started with those 3 teams. They lost to Mayville 49-14, 55-26 to Lamira, 34-21 to Campbellsport. And then they had Laconia, Omro, and North Fondy were those 3 wins for them before the 30-point loss here a week ago. And something that the Ledgers certainly have gained benefit from, all these deep playoff runs, they get more practice time during each individual season. For this young team, for the Vikings, they're going to get some of that extra time now this week, possibly.
Well, we got 57 seconds left. The Ledgers are going to have to do an onside kick and get this ball back if they want any chance of winning this game, or else WLA is going to take the victory.
So Coots, they're going to try the onside. They have to get it. Ledgers have a couple of timeouts. Coots puts it on the ground. It went through one set of legs, and there is number 5.
Who else? Gannon Schwartz seals the deal for the Vikings. What a great season by Gannon Schwartz. He came into the season, never was a quarterback, not through grade school, not freshman year, sophomore. In fact, last year he not only led WLA in receiving, he was second in the conference in receiving. So what do? They switch positions for him, take him off wide receiver and put him at quarterback. He's never done the position before, but they're going to advance to the second round here, WLA Vikings. And not only are they going to win this game, but they're going to be a force to be reckoned with next year. They have all these juniors coming back. They had only 2 seniors on the starting defense.
And they're going to get the winner of Lake Country Lutheran and Watertown Luther Prep. And either way, that's going to be a road game. Luther Prep, the 6th seed, Lake Country Lutheran, the 3. So either way, the Vikings are going to go on the road. But the fact of the matter being is they are going to be playing and get another week of practice and to continue to fine-tune this young squad that they have completely turned the tide from one week to the next here on this field against the Ledgers.
And one more thing, not only do they have only 2 seniors starting on the defense, WLA only has 2 seniors starting on the offense. So the flyaway preseason favorite in my book is going to be WLA next year, but they're not thinking about next year. They're thinking about second round against Lake Country Lutheran, or who's going to be their second round.
Or Watertown Luther Prep, one of those 2. And again, either way, either team that wins that one, the Vikings will be on the road somewhere. So 57 seconds left. The Ledgers' 2-point try after the answering touchdown was stopped by the Viking defense. Vikings line up in the victory formation. Schwartz under center. He takes the snap, puts the knee on the turf. And I don't think they're going to spend the timeout. They're going to have to put about 1 more knee on the ground to make it official.
So 2 private schools playing in this round against 2 private schools, Lake Country Lutheran or Watertown Lutheran Prep. So that's 4 I don't know how the WIA does that, but they put 4 old WISAA teams, the private school teams, in a 2 bracket in the bottom right-hand corner of the WIA bracket for Division 4. Division 5.
It came down to seeds. So one more snap for Schwartz. There it is. And Winnebago Lutheran Academy.
Well deserved.
After losing by 30 here a week ago, 7-7 at the half. A couple of big plays and big drives in this second half, and they stop the 2-point try by the Ledgers and keep their season alive.
Well, last week the Ledgers won 37-7, and I was saying on the air that, on Monday there's going to be a Monday night JV game. Well, come Sunday we got an email in saying that WLA was going to cancel that game. They weren't going to play the JV game because they wanted to focus on this varsity game, so there was no JV game. WLA had so many sophomores and juniors playing in this varsity game. They wanted to focus on this game. They practiced all week, and their practice paid off tonight.
21-20, WLA moves to 5-5 on the season overall. The Ledger season ends on Fruth Memorial Field at 8-2, and the Vikings will move on to level 2, Quest Interior Scoreboard. We'll step aside, come back with the post-game show brought to you by Fox Valley Savings Bank. That and more here from Fruth after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday and get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score enticing offers like 0% financing plus generous bonus cash up to $3,250 on the spacious, nimble Mazda CX-70 while you enjoy our exceptional guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot. American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Back to Fruth Memorial and time for the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? Fox Valley Savings Bank can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank. That's Fox Valley Savings Bank. WLA comes to town, across town that is, and they hold on. 21-20 is the final on your Quest Interiors scoreboard. A game that saw the Ledgers beat WLA on this field a week ago, 37-7, a complete turnabout. WLA moves to 5-5 with the win. Ledgers finish their season at 8-2.
WLA was young and their stock was rising. St. Mary Springs was suffering so many injuries. They had 7 guys that would normally have been a starter on the sidelines here tonight not playing. WLA took advantage of that, took it to the Ledgers. They really were in the control of the game for most of the game. It was the WLA's team to beat the Ledgers tonight, and that's exactly what they came in. They came into Fruth Field, the Ledgers home field, even though the WLA Vikings had to travel less distance than the St. Mary Springs High School.
Turning point of the game time, it's brought to you by Marian University. Log on to marianuniversity.edu to get started today. We didn't know what that turning point would look like after the first half. It was a struggle defensively, very few big plays, each team with a touchdown. The second half opened up a little bit, a couple of big plays both ways. Where does it stay with you?
Well, Gannon Schwartz had that really long touchdown run, but I would say that play of the game was the 2-point conversion that the Ledgers tried that were unsuccessful. The Ledgers were down here on the left side of the screen, 1 for 2 to go up 15-14, but were stopped. Ben Anderson rolled out to the far side, didn't have much to go. He threw it incomplete. WLA took over with an onside kick, kneeled it, game over.
Again, it was 7-7 at the half. The Ledgers started the third quarter on possession. They had a 10-play drive that started from their own 24, but they stalled out inside the WLA 35-yard line for the third time of the game. And then the Vikings were able to take that possession, and they were stalled out as well on downs. They were able to move it, clicked off a couple of first downs, gave it back to Springs. And then the first play on that next drive after Springs' defense forced a turnover on downs, Ben Anderson threw a tip ball interception where the Vikings were able to take over at the Ledger 32. And then 5 plays later, they covered all 32 yards, the last 12 on a Mitch McCauley touchdown catch from Gannon Schwartz. 5 plays, 32 yards, a minute 32 off the clock. Extra point made it 14-7 at that point.
They didn't get Miles McCulley in the game early, but during later in the game when they got him involved, wow, those were some big plays. He had a touchdown in the far side of the end zone, that one play, and a big first down the other time. Miles McCulley, I think only 3 receptions, but all 3 were very big catches.
And they were all in the second half. At that point, early entering the fourth quarter, was 14-7 Vikings. The Ledgers did answer on their ensuing drive. 10 plays, 75 yards, 5+ off the clock. It was Ben Anderson, a 4-yard touchdown run. The big play on that drive was a Khalil Ribic 38-yard reception on the fourth play of that drive, helped set it up. And the extra point by Bentley Coots tied it. But again, not to be outdone, the Vikings answered again, taking over on that ensuing kick from their own 34. 6 plays, 66 yards, 3.5 off the clock. And it was Gannon Schwartz with a nifty run through the secondary, 47 yards to pay dirt. Extra point by Schwartz made it 21-14. Ledgers had one more chance with about 3 minutes and change left on the clock. They were able to do the job. 7 plays, 45 yards. It was set up by an excellent return by Corbin Ruel to the Viking 45-yard line. 7 plays later and 2:20 off the clock, Ben Anderson fell over the goal line for a touchdown, and then that was at that point the Ledgers took a timeout We wondered if they would try for 2 or if they would go for the tie. They came out, set the ball on their left hash, at least the way we see it, facing the north. And WLA's defense was up to the task. No on the 2-pointer, and the Vikings recovered an onside kick, 2 knees by Gannon Schwartz, and the Vikings level their record at 5-5 and play next week.
Hats off to the Vikings, and wish them luck the rest of the season. The Vikings are a team on the rise. Whoever they play next week is going to have their hands full. But let's take a moment just to pay tribute to Bob Howland. 54 years up in the ledge as the head coach for St. Mary's Springs. Check out these numbers, Scott. 34 conference championships, 9 WIAA state championships, 8 WISAA state championships, and then top it off 4 runner-up. I mean, it's just an end of an era. This will be Bob Howland's last season coaching. This is his last game. This is his last game on Fruth Field coaching. He's retiring after this game.
Player of the game brought to you by BCI Burke. Looking for a new career? Log on burkecareers.com. And a couple of picks for this one, Brad. If I've got a vote on this one, Gannon Schwartz had a huge second half, 21 carries, 142 yards. He had 11 carries in the second half, including what ended up being the game-winning run, 47 yards.
Not only did Gannon Schwartz carry his team, but he carried his team without his star running back, Cole Kuivenheim, the leading rusher in his team, didn't play tonight because of concussion. That put Gannon Schwartz really in an awkward situation. Not only did he have to beat the Ledgers that just beat him 37-7 the previous week, but had to beat him with a star running back on the sidelines. But he did it. He got it done tonight. Gannon Schwartz, again, only a junior. The Flyway is going to have their hands full next week against number 5, Gannon Schwartz, next week and next year.
We'll step aside one more time, come back to wrap things up from Fruth. Quest Interior scoreboard, WLA as the 7 seed comes in with the upset, 21-20 the final over the St. Mary Springs Ledgers. Back in a bit on Radio Plus Sports.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Join Ahern and build a better future. Ahern is a mechanical fire protection and fabrication contractor that's been doing business in the community for over 143 years. They're now hiring and typically recruit over 180 positions across the company. Trades, apprenticeships, office professionals, internships, and more. Log on aherncareers.com to learn about the company and the positions they're looking to fill. Build a better future for yourself and your community. Go Ledgers from Ahern.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at MusaSheetMetal.com. That's MusaSheetMetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at MusaSheetMetal.com.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple.
Dreyer Collision Concepts. They're the kings of collision on North Main Street. Now, did you know they offer free estimates? That's right. Vehicle registration, auto collision repair, custom paintwork, and mobile estimating. They'll come to you. So get rid of the grime with Grime Gorilla Car Wash. They're Fond du Lac's newest touch-free car wash on North Main Street next to Dreyer Collision Concepts. They've got monthly, single, and multi-vehicle options. So just download their free app to get the latest updates and information. Grime Gorilla Car Wash.
Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Check them out at Fox Valley Savings Bank for all your loan needs. And we are back to wrap things up. Your final on your Quest Interior scoreboard. WLA moves to 5-5 on the season after losing by 30 points here to wrap up the regular season a week ago, which in a win that gave the Ledgers a share of a Flyway Conference title with Lamira and Mayville. The Ledgers finish their season at 8-2. The Vikings will play the winner of Watertown Luther Prep and Lake Country Lutheran. Regardless of who wins that game, that one will be on the road as the Vikings are the 7th seed. That game, aforementioned, Lake Country Lutheran and Luther Prep, is a 3-6 game. Unofficial final stats first for St. Mary Springs. Will Stellmacher, 18 carries, 94 yards. Ben Anderson, 71 yards on 13 carries, including a couple of second-half rushing touchdowns. Corbin Ruel, 5 carries, 21 yards. Brody Highland had 3 carries for 22 yards. Through the air, Ben Anderson, 5 of 14, 79 yards, all 5 completions. 5 of 8 in the second half he was, 79 yards with an interception. 17 first downs for the Ledgers, but the one thing that'll stand out along with the interception that set up one of 2 WLA touchdowns in the second half, 2 of 9 the Ledgers were on third down, 1 of 5 on fourth down they were tonight. 287 total yards of offense. Meanwhile, for the victorious Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings, 235 yards total offense. Gannon Schwartz led the way, 21 carries, 142 yards, including a touchdown. Adrian Brenner ended up with 28 yards on 5 carries. Those were the primary ball carriers tonight for WLA. And through the air, Schwartz was 6 of 10 for 60 yards, including 2 touchdowns. He threw 2 interceptions, but both of those came in the first half. In the second half, he found Miles McCauley for a touchdown, which evened the line there. Vikings had 10 first downs. They were 4 of 10 on third. They were 4 of 10 on third down in the first half. In the second half, they were 4 of 6. All of their conversions on third down came in the second half. 0 of 1 on fourth down. That'll just about do it for us tonight, and we'll remind you before we sign off, AirTech bringing you our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Go to radioplusinfo.com for the complete schedule. Now, again, what will be the first thing for you to do is make sure you check out Radio Plus info in the sports schedule section on the website. But the likelihood is you'll see some combination of Mayville and WLA next week based on where they are. Any additions to that, we'll have to wait and see, as Fondy was down 28-7 entering the second half in Franklin in that 1-8 game. Mayville had running clock going to the fourth quarter in that Division 4-2-7 game, 35-0 over Waupun. For the crew here tonight, Kerry Longery, Brad Lenz, and all else involved, Scott and I saying so long from Fruth Memorial. Again, the Quest Interior Scoreboard Final, WLA ending the Ledger's season. They moved to 5-5 with a final of 21-20. You've been watching high school sports on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Thanks to our Radio Plus video sports sponsors:
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese,
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Coal Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage,
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Radom Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lenz Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction,
Real Estate Agent Brock Fleischer, Back in Action,
Camera Casino.
I can unplug here, Aiden, if that helps you. Yeah. Bring that up. That usually helps if you got the other end loose.